I'm Mishima Yuki, and you're listening to the Giant Sword Podcast, home of the second biggest group of Phantom Thieves ever. The first being me, Keck.
Hello, and welcome to this week's Giant Sword Podcast. I'm your party leader, Nick Lynn. To my side are my noble and hairy are Taylor Hoyt.
What's up, Nick?
Maddie Lynn.
Hello.
Gorsh.
Gosh.
Maddie made a funny right before we started going live. That's
Stupid goofy.
That's perfect.
Oh, God.
Perfect. All right. So, new setup. Computer decided to take a poop on us.
Yeah.
And
It's fun.
Twitch decided to take a poop on us.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's been a rough.
So no more Maddie in her little secluded side. We figured out a way to make it so we're all on the same table and we can control everything.
Good.
And
I was so alone over there.
Yep.
I know it was.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's basic. It's just a keyboard right here, but soon I'll be able to do it like from here, but not right now.
I've seen those crazy like live streaming boards where you can just hit buttons and stuff.
Yeah.
Crazy live streaming boards?
Yeah.
Did it break new
Broke
ground?
no ground!
You guys broke my ears. That was,
That was not an
Sorry.
Armageddon, but okay.
No, actually, I think it kind of was.
Kind of was an Armageddon.
It was a slight Armageddon.
Probably because Nick was next to you. I think he was a little louder than me.
'Cause he does a lot too.
Yeah. So here's the agenda for today. We normally talk about news and what we've been playing. And we'll get in a little bit of what we've been playing. That'll kind of get rolled into categories, but we've devised 8 categories that we'll be talking about. Most of which are pretty normal, but then we found some goofy ones. Let's just
Got some
be a
silly-
little silly.
Sillians.
And then we've got a bunch of questions piled up because we haven't had a podcast in 2 weeks. So yeah, if you're in chat or if you want to post on our Discord, keep posting questions. We'll do that at the end. But for now, we'll just kind of go through categories and we're each going to pick one and maybe some honorable mentions if we feel like there was something that kind of jostled for that spot. But let's get the negative out of the way before the positive. So the first category I have is biggest disappointment. Now Nick claims that he never has expectations, so he's never disappointed, which I think is a total lie.
I'm trying to think what game I was disappointed by.
So I guess I'll start with Maddie. Then Maddie, did you have any games that disappointed you? Or that didn't quite live up to the hype? Or
There's one. I know one.
for Maddie?
Yeah.
What?
Well,
That came out this year?
didn't come out this year.
Oh, so Lunar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that disappointing?
I mean, everyone's like, oh my gosh, this is what started it all. So good. And I played it and I'm like, yeah, I could see that. But it really, it's a game.
It was a game, yeah. Okay.
People
was
hyped it
definitely
just
a
a
game.
little too much, you know? They're like, this is what started it all. You should definitely play this game.
That's what started it all.
This is the tropes and everything. And I'm like, okay, all right. And then I was just like,
Fair enough.
fair enough.
I think that what we decided was that it was sort of a game of its time. That
Yeah.
when it came out, it was amazing, and it maybe hasn't aged super well. For some reason, I thought that PSP version aged better than it did. But last time I played it was like
had good
8 years
cutscenes.
ago. So
It had pretty good cutscenes, I'll admit. Cutscenes were good.
yeah, the animated
no,
ones.
it
yeah.
The animated ones, yeah.
Oh, those were there in the PS1. Those are there in the. No, wait.
No, I know there's one version where there's not cutscenes.
That's the Sega,
They're not good.
Sega
cutscenes.
CD version.
Yeah.
The original.
Yeah, the original, which is like classic, like drawn pixel cutscenes. It's great.
Yeah. But other than that, it didn't technically come out this year.
Well, I'll talk about mine
Yeah.
then while you guys think. So mine it wasn't a bad game. It just wasn't as good as I was hoping, and that was Gravity Rush 2. Like I've seen as people are kind of doing their Game of the Year discussions, that game has not come up much. However, in the Easy Allies videos, they've been talking about it a little bit. And like, oh, I want to go back and play it. And it looks amazing. Like it's got great menus and
Great menus.
yeah,
Perfect menus.
It does have good water.
there is no water. It's a game that completely takes place like in a floating city, so there's no water.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, there's very little water, I should say. But I think the problem with me with that game is that it didn't know what made the first one good, and so it like didn't make it better in the second one. Like it had all this weird, crazy story stuff, and for me, some of the best side quest stuff were the races. Like, okay, how quickly can you get from point A to point B and race against other characters and stuff like that? And there was very little of that.
You really like the time attack.
Yeah, the time attack stuff was awesome because it took you use the gravity powers. Like I was doing some side quest in 2 where you're playing fetch with a dog and you're not even using your powers. I'm like, what am I doing? Like this should be in a totally different game. But yeah, that was disappointing. I just wish it was better. And then they had this free DLC that I played 15 minutes. I couldn't even do it. I just stopped. It was you're supposed to play as Raven, and I'm like, yeah, cool, finally playing as Raven. But then it starts when she's like a little kid and she doesn't have her powers, and you're doing this weird platforming stuff in this like dream world. It didn't make any sense. So I'm like, nope, turn this off, delete. So
Done. Just go.
yeah. And then this also wasn't a total disappointment, but I guess a close run-up was Splatoon 2. Like, I loved the first one so much. Like, it's probably my favorite Wii U game. But this one, I don't know. I don't know what it was. Couldn't get into it.
I can tell you what it was.
What?
You played Splatoon 1 so much, and you played Splatoon 2, and you started with Splatoon 2, and it's like, wait, this is just the same exact thing.
Kind of, yeah.
And so you've already played this.
I didn't like the new maps. The new maps they made didn't make for great, because like, you know, they make what do they call those kill zones, I guess, where like people would meet in the middle and that's where all the action would take place. They didn't have good ones of those. There's like a choke point. Sorry, I was looking for a word. There weren't a lot of good choke points in Splatoon 2.
And there's also one thing they don't have.
What's that?
Good water.
I was gonna make the good water joke, but I felt like it was used once too many already.
Yeah,
had to do it.
And then the maps that they brought back from the first one are like the worst ones. Murray Tower, where it's like 2 giant towers and you just zigzag to the bottom of them. Like that was like the worst map in the first one. Mm-hmm. And I think something else that bothered a lot of people was they had this other side mode called Salmon Run, which was basically like a horde mode, but it wasn't open all the time. It was only open certain times of the day, and it didn't make any sense why it wasn't just open all the time.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah, and I was reading some commentary from the developers, and they're like, yeah, you know, we're kind of craftsmen, and we believe people should play the game the way we think that you should play it. I'm like, that's not how games are in 2017. Just let us play it how we want. I paid money for it. Don't be weird.
They turn certain things off at certain times, and you can only play certain maps at certain times.
Yeah, and yeah, like you can't switch your loadout in between maps. Although they changed that recently in a big update, so you can now finally change your loadout in between games, which was annoying. So anyway,
that's good.
My 2 disappointments. Have you guys thought of anything?
No.
All right, Nick and Maddie just love everything. Nothing sucks.
No, I tend to get recommendations from people who kind of know me. Mm-hmm. So like, they tell me this is probably what you're gonna like about it, and I usually like that about it.
And Final Fantasy 15 came out like a year ago.
Yeah, so the Final Fantasy 15 would be the closest thing to a disappointment, just because
didn't come out last year though.
Yeah, not
2016.
I can't say that.
I meant it came out a while back.
Yeah. I no.
Nothing.
All right.
Everything
was amazing.
Everything was good.
If you count non-JRPG, a game that's technically been out for a while, but new things came in. So just Dead by Daylight, there's a new killer that just broke the game and it was bad, and that disappointed me. But other than that, you know.
See, that's a good answer. I like that.
Yeah.
That works.
Got some. They fixed it.
Don't look at me. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Just maybe our chat knows what disappointed me. Maybe I said something in Discord a while back.
That could be.
I don't remember.
What about Xenoblade 2? Because I know you finished 1 right before and going in.
No, it has not disappointed me.
Okay.
Wait, did you finish Ys 8?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Moving on.
All right, I guess we'll move on then. Let's see, what do I want to choose? We'll do this. Okay, let's pick, speaking of, kind of just touched upon this, best game that we played in 2017 that did not come out in 2017. So I feel like you guys can all contribute to this.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe me not so much because I played a lot that came out this year, but Nick, what did you play that didn't come out this year that you really liked?
I'm thinking.
Are you going to take my answer?
No.
Okay.
Do you have it? What's your answer?
Because I played that last year.
Oh, you played that last year?
I played all that last year.
Yes, it's all mine.
What game?
What she wants?
Trails in the Sky, second chapter. I like second chapter more than first chapter.
Of course.
Obviously. If you played it, you know why.
Duh. Everybody knows.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah, because Trails in the Sky first chapter and second chapter, you should really just consider one huge game. One's just the first half and one's the second half. I just happen to like the second half better because the character development that happened within the first half pays off within the second half for all these various characters, and a lot of storylines get wrapped up, and it's intense and fun to play. And I think it holds up because it's an old game, and it holds up perfectly fine along everything else. Even Cold Steel, which is more modern and yes, has a better battle system, but I still had fun playing the Sky battle system a lot.
So Sky 2 is more about the
Sky, yes.
story than like the mechanics or whatever. Like the story kind of pays off because the one leaves off on a pretty big cliffhanger.
Oh yeah, the story definitely pays off from the get-go. You're like, okay, and then it just whoop, launches off. I'm like, oh, we're in it, we're going,
We're in it to win it.
we're going, we're doing this. And
You played that this year?
Sky 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. You want to know my timetable?
Wait. I finished it at the beginning of this year.
Too bad.
No, I'm just saying.
I took
that.
it.
You can also have the same answer.
That's
We're
true.
gonna. I feel like we're all gonna have similar answers for a lot of these categories,
Yeah, but
which is totally fine.
I'm just trying to think of any other thing that I played this besides Lunar, which I've kind of answered as disappointment. Did I play anything else that didn't come out this year?
You played. I'm talking about Nick. He played Xenoblade 1, or was that last?
Xenoblade 1.
He also played Memories of Celceta,
I did play Memories of Celta.
which I think kind of ruined it for you.
Ruined what?
You got eased out.
No, I didn't ruin it for me.
I think you did.
I liked Ease 8. I got the true ending.
Good. True
I
endings
still
are
haven't
good.
finished Ys 8.
Got the true ending.
I love it.
Well, you're not going to get the true ending.
Why?
Yeah, he's not. He's not gonna get the true ending.
You're not.
You don't. You talk to every
You have to-
NPC
you have to
twice.
you have to talk to everyone twice,
That
day and night.
day and night, every moment.
that sounds extremely boring.
No, I'm just
It's-
joking.
no, it's not.
You just have to talk to people and do their quests.
Do their quests.
Oh, okay. I've been doing some people's quests.
You have to do all of them.
No, you have to do a certain percentage.
Yeah. Well, I'll just look up the ending on YouTube if I ever beat it.
That
game.
takes away part of the fun.
That game.
I love that game. Anyway, that's for another time. Have you figured it out yet, Nick?
What? Figured what out?
Favorite game? That
Favorite game that didn't come out this year?
I think I only played games that came out this year.
Besides Celceta and
Because
Xenoblade 1.
like this game was so filled. It was so filled.
So, Evil Within 1.
Oh, Evil Within 2, yeah.
Well, that came out this year. No,
that
so
was a
Evil Within
yeah.
1, Celceta, and Xenoblade 1.
I've already beaten Evil Within 1 a long time ago.
Okay.
I just replayed it because Evil Within 2 was
So you have a 50-50. Choose.
Which one? Celta?
Celceta and Xenoblade 1. Celceta.
Well, Xenoblade 1 sucks. So
I saw that coming my way.
no, I'm just joking. It doesn't age well.
Yeah, watching it kind of looked like it didn't age well.
And I love the whole whenever you go in, this is a Xenoblade battle in a nutshell. Right when you start it, all right guys, let's just do that, and everyone just starts like yelling everything on. It's just like, oh yeah, well, meh. I don't like this. We'll beat them with the power of friendship. Okay,
And that was over.
And that was over.
Okay.
that's the one thing that I always laugh because it's like everyone's talking, especially in Xenoblade 2, because like. Everyone has a blade, and so it's like 6 characters talking at once while they're doing stuff.
Jeez.
I've seen clips that people have made where it's just like a giant jumbled mess of people talking over each other. I'm like, okay.
It's I really do enjoy that game. It's when you I'm talking about Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Okay.
When you do a driver combo into a blade combo, it's like, oh, it's so good. It's so satisfying. I mean, a complete driver combo to a complete blade combo.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yep.
good. You guys have no idea what that is?
No.
There's so much stuff in that game. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think Memories of Celceta is probably mine because it surprised me how good it was. Because I remember playing it before and it didn't hook me at all. And when I played it on my PS TV, yes, it's good. It's good. Play on the controller.
Nice. Yeah, that's
Playing on the
One thing I hate
controller.
about the PS TV is the delay.
There's not
There
real.
is.
There's
There is a
okay
slight-
for rhythm games, of course.
Yes.
All right.
Don't.
But and especially since you're going from that thing
There's
to,
like 3 different
it's going-
plugins going
yeah.
through different.
So of course there's
different
gonna be
things.
And it's such a small delay.
Well,
it
sometimes
matters.
And you
it's
got a
like,
king crazy on it.
I did a couple of times, but there was multiple times where I was going and it just didn't register. I'd press a button and it was just like, oh, you missed it. Like it didn't even click, and I was like, no,
That happens.
no, not allowed.
But
Yeah.
For sure.
So memories to Sata.
Did
I like
you
that.
answer yet, Taylor, too?
I did not.
Oh,
I was
okay.
waiting for you guys.
I like all the characters in it. The one thing that E's games really like piss me off is that the endings are always like, oh, they all go their separate
bye.
ways. Bye.
Yep.
It's like, okay, because they build up all this like
I know.
connections.
I know.
And Adol's like, see ya. I'm going to somewhere else. F you guys.
I kill gods and I get the main female to like me. Okay, bye.
Bye.
And I'm gonna go off and get amnesia. Yeah.
I'm gonna go wreck a boat.
I'm gonna wreck another boat.
Ghost almost drowned.
Get amnesia, and some attractive girl is gonna wake me up, and she's gonna fall in love with me, and then I'm gonna be like, "You're a good friend. I'm
Yeah.
off to adventure."
Venturing again.
Yep.
Okay,
we went on a ease
We did.
tangent right there.
I'm gonna go on another one when we do a different
All right,
category,
Taylor.
but continue.
Now it's your turn.
I actually-
first reiterate what the question is.
So the question is, what is our favorite game that we played in 2017 that did not come out in 2017? And I actually played quite a few. I had that backlog project that I wanted to start with, and so I looked that up. I'm like, what games did I actually beat, and which ones did I enjoy the most? And I want to say, of all the games that I ended up beating, my favorite is probably Mega Man Legends. I never.
It's a great answer.
I never played that, but I remember when we did our stream, the charity stream, Connor played through the whole thing. I'm like, oh, this is fun. I want to go play through it. And
You played through that this year?
I did, yeah, because I
he
started
went on
that
his-
list this year.
Yeah, he went on like a binge of trying to complete his backlog, and he was doing real
he started
good.
that binge like the end of last year.
It was like the very beginning of 2017.
and then you didn't do anything with it, and then you like just destroyed it.
Yeah, like in summer, I took a big break. I didn't really play any. And then like lately, the last couple months, I've just been going crazy, yeah. But Mega Man Legends holds up extremely well. The look of it.
Well, the look of it, not the controls.
No, the control. I mean, the controls suck for sure. Like turning the camera with like the shoulder buttons and all that
look
stuff.
What Brian said. Enjoyed it more than Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, I mean, for me, Chrono Trigger was more of like a historical thing. Like I just wanted to beat it just to say I beat it and have some context. And those, like anything before PS1, I think is impossible for me to elevate to a new level, especially RPG wise, because it's 2D. So like the worlds don't feel as alive or well realized when it's 2D like that.
Still dead.
So yeah, I mean, Chrono Trigger is a great game, but I had way more fun with Mega Man Legends.
Okay.
So yeah, good soundtrack, pretty short, so you can probably beat that in like 10 hours. Fun, just good vibes. Good vibes in that game.
I love the faces in that game. So good.
Yeah, they're so like well animated and well realized. You can like,
Very
really see it.
expressive.
Yeah, very expressive. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, Mega Man Legends. I really want to play 2 now. 2 is not on my list. I just wanted to beat 1 because Connor wouldn't stop raving about it.
So Connor wants to do another stream,
Uh-huh.
and he wants to do Mega Man Legends 2.
Okay.
So
We'll have to do that at some point. So let's see here. So we've done a couple silly ones, or whatever. Let's do one silly one. We've done a couple regular.
I thought you were going to talk about Final Fantasy 12 and Final Fantasy 8.
Well, see, okay, I don't know if I count Final Fantasy. Oh, okay, let me talk about those real quick. So Kimpy wanted me to mention those. So I finally beat Final Fantasy 9. That was a game that has haunted my backlog harder and longer than any game. I've bought that game 5 separate times on 4 separate platforms. On PS1, bought the Vita version, bought the PC version, and I bought the PS4 version.
You bought the PS4 version.
Yeah,
because your
that's-
PC version wouldn't
Yeah,
work.
it just wouldn't work. It wanted to update.
How
and-
long? It was like 162 days.
Yeah. I don't know what was going on
Or
with
didn't it go to like up to a
A
year?
year? Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it did.
I don't know what the hell was happening, but Steam just did not want to update that game. I'm like, fine, I'll just buy the PS4 version, whatever, I don't care. And yeah, played through that. Good. It's in the upper half of like the Final Fantasy games I played. I still don't like the battle system. Like it helps to have a turbo mode so you can go through it quicker, but
So I've heard from a lot of people now that it actually is a slow battle system compared to the other ones. It feels slower.
Yeah, there's something wrong with it. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know if the encounter rate's really high or whatever. But it's supposed to be like the idea was that each character was a specific class. Like Zidane was a thief and Vivi's a black mage and all that stuff. So, and the game did not end the way I thought, because I had heard some rumblings about how the story goes. I'm like, oh, this is going to happen. This character is going to die, and that didn't happen. So, yeah, good ending. Solid Final Fantasy. Doesn't eclipse 7 as my favorite, but it's good.
Now tell me about 12, because you keep raving about
Dude,
this
12
game.
is amazing. Okay, so I don't know if this counts, because I feel like the remaster is almost like a different game. So the remaster, obviously, it up-reses the visual, so it looks nicer.
Dude,
It fixes the audio, because the voice acting sounds horrible on the PS2 version. It sounds like really echoey or something. It sounded like the joke was always that people were recording that in a tin can or something. Yeah, but it looks good, sounds good, and it also has a turbo mode. I think that is the best addition, is the turbo mode, because the battle system is so slow, and the dungeons you walk through are so big that if I had to walk through that at normal speed, I'd probably hate the game. Because it's all about like setting up gambits, so the characters will perform things like cure poison or res characters automatically. You don't have to like open the menu and do it yourself. But then it also adds the Zodiac job system. So in the old Final Fantasy 12, there was just one giant board for every character, and it's like you had to pick and choose which way you went. And it was a giant hassle, and it was really weird to figure out how you would build a character. But now when you pick a character, it's like, all right, you basically pick a class. There's 12 classes, and they're like the classic Final Fantasy classes, like White Mage, Black Mage, Knight, Lancer. They're called different things, but it's basically
dragons now.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if you can get a third, but at one point in the game, you unlock the ability to have 2 job boards. So you can pick and mix and match, and it just opens up so many possibilities, and it makes leveling your characters easier, especially if they're not in your main party, because they're building up license points even when you're not in your party.
Nice.
But yeah, it just... Everybody complained that Vaughn is an annoying main character, but literally, I feel like 5 hours in, he stops mattering, and like it's very clear that Balthier and Ash are the main characters. Because I never have him in my party. My party is Bosch, he's a knight, and then I have Balthier, who's like a samurai, and he just hits super hard, super fast. He's awesome. And then I have Pinello as my healer, and then she can also do black magic. But Van barely matters in the second half of the game. So I don't care about that. Good story, really interesting, great world.
Good water?
Yeah, pretty good water. There's like some port towns.
Oh, good.
Some fountains. What was I going to say? Good world building. Like, I actually feel like I want to talk to the characters, like in Rabanastre, when it's got you might know this better than me because you played Tactics Advanced, but it's got like the lizard people or whatever. It's got like all those different races and stuff.
Because apparently there's a huge cataclysm that happens in between those things and Final Fantasy Tactics Original, and that's why there's none of those races. Or they're just in like a different part of the world or something. I don't know. I just know that it's after that, because Final Fantasy 12 has all the airships and everything on that.
Yeah.
And Final Fantasy Tactics, they're like a relic.
Yeah, this game is like at some point straight up just Star Wars, because like the princess on the run trying to fight the evil empire and stuff like this, but it's very clearly heavily inspired from the Phantom Menace in a lot of ways.
Oh my god.
Like you just go through like, oh wow, this is totally that. But
There's Darth Maul.
yeah, there he is. There's a lightsaber. No, I'm just kidding. There's no lightsabers.
Here's the Force.
But no, it's probably, I think I like it better than Final Fantasy 15. I'll have to see how the story plays out, but man, it's good. Having a lot of fun.
Don't worry about the story, because there is no story in Final Fantasy 15.
I know that. Well, that's what's kind of bumping it down, is the story in 15 is such a mess, and the towns are boring, and the world is kind of boring, and stuff like that. The combat's really good, and it looks nice. It's got a good soundtrack, but
as I said in previous episodes, Final Fantasy 15, the story is there. The story, it could be so good.
yeah.
But they just rushed it. Because people were like, this game's been in development for 11 years. Please just release it.
Yeah. I mean, at some point, you just have to put that game out. So.
And do what they're doing. Just have it constantly coming out.
Yeah.
Constantly. Over. Everywhere. So many apps.
No, it's actually just that one app. And it just has 5 billion commercials.
The commercials are... I can't believe they're still advertising that game.
Yeah.
That game came out like...
There's another... Okay, I just saw a new one. It had Arden in it. And it doesn't look like Arden at all.
What the heck?
Yeah, Arden's like... He's like, and like a huge army flies, and then Noctis comes down. It's like, and there's a big army coming. They're about to fight. It's like, I hate this so much.
That's not what the game was at all.
I'm not gonna download your stupid game.
And I was like, that's not what this is about at all.
That's not what happened. Also, that would, yeah, just having that there is not good for the base game.
Yeah.
But I will say, as I'm playing through 12, I want to add to my backlog. I want to finish all the mainline Final Fantasies. I have not played 1 through 5, so I want to play those. I want to finish 6, and I want to play 13. I really want to see now with some perspective if 13 is actually as bad as everybody says.
The game's playing itself, Taylor.
It pretty much.
The game's playing itself.
I mean, 12 is kind of playing itself, but it's still fun.
So what you do is you go in the battle and you just go X X X X X X X X X. Okay, win. Next battle. X X X X X X X X.
I mean, that's 12 has even less input than that. You literally just walk to an enemy and you just watch them kill each other.
Yeah, but your input is you're building the gambits.
Right, which is fun. The loop that is satisfying to me about that game is building out your job board and like, oh, okay, next I want to get a new like weapon or a new ability or give him more HP or something like that.
Here's the question: do the characters, any characters, say we'll beat them with the power of friendship?
No, it's way more serious. It's not cheesy JRPG.
Every
nonsense.
JRPG needs that.
That's true.
Power of friendship.
I don't know why he says that.
I don't.
I just.
Oh, and Xenoblade 2?
It just doesn't make sense.
I don't. Yeah.
It's. Oh my god. It was so.
There's also a lot of games that are all like, yeah, they beat them with the power of friendship, and I'm like, no, they don't. Not at all.
But so.
No.
It's like,
No.
All right.
All right, moving on.
Well, let's move on. I
Yeah.
think people are probably sick of hearing me talk about Final Fantasy 12. But all right, we're gonna do a silly one now. Best waifu and/or husbando, whatever you want to pick. So there was a lot of these types of games. Obviously, Persona 5 being a big one. There was a lot of JRPGs. Obviously, a lot of people love Pyra and all of the waifus in
I don't like
Xenoblade
Pyra.
2. There's Tokyo Xanadu. There's some Tales games for people that didn't play.
But it's
Stardew
what-
Valley on PC. It came out on everything else like Switch.
So it's what came out this year, right?
yeah.
Okay, thank God.
So Maddie
Maddie
obviously she obviously has a quick answer.
No, it's
Yeah.
fine. No.
Say it.
I feel like I've talked too much. So I'm gonna let you guys
I don't
go.
know. Like, it could be obvious based on what I'm wearing / who's in front of me.
It's not him. He's not a character.
So it's
He's
obviously Elliot. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously Elliot.
you. Obviously.
Elliot is right. He deserves head pats. Head pats. It's probably it's Joker. It's Ren.
Not
It's not
Akira.
Not Akira anymore.
Not Akira anymore. Akira will always have a special place in my heart. Akira Kurusu, but Ren's growing on me real fast.
Nice.
It's a nice name. I like it, and I'm just looking forward to the anime so much. Okay. Yep. Sorry. Yeah. So.
And seeing him dance all night.
Oh no, not all night. Morgana would not approve.
Dancing.
Oh yeah, you
All
have to go to
afternoon.
bed.
You gotta go to bed.
You gotta go to bed, yeah.
Dancing Sun Night and Dancing Moon Night. No, Dancing Star Night and Dancing Moon
There you
Night.
go.
And Moon Knight's obviously P3
Mm-hmm.
because obvious. Wow, they were so original.
Hey,
What?
but homo.
I know. Crap! No, don't say that.
I didn't. Kathleen did.
Yeah.
Wait, did she?
Yeah.
No, Kathleen, why would you do this to me? I'm sorry, Joker still wins, but Hummel is right behind him.
Very, very close second.
Very, very close
Very
second.
cool. Very,
Very
cool.
cool.
Very, very.
Very
Very
cool.
Okay.
That Hummel, yeah. So Sean voice acts Hummel, which makes it great. 1, and then his character is just hilarious. 2, and then 3, I just loved his gameplay. He made Ys 8 fun for me.
And 4, Sean was sick.
And 4, Sean was 6, so he had a really gravelly voice.
So
I
when
wonder
they-
what the new Hummel's gonna sound like.
You haven't heard it before?
No,
There's
I'm waiting for the
There's
patch.
sound clips.
I'm waiting for the patch.
Sounds like Sean, but deep voice Sean.
Deep voice Sean. He's trying to deep voice it again. Yeah. You got me, Kathleen, as usual.
Sorry.
Yep.
As usual, you called me out.
Of course. It ruined everything, Kathleen. Gosh.
Kathleen, God.
All right, Nick. What's yours?
Guess.
Cowcoming.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Wait, is that not it?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, it's it. Okay.
Obviously. I mean,
Nick's a hot for teacher.
It's just. I don't know.
Well, Sarah also came out in the PC version of
That does
Cold
not
Steel.
count.
But it's Cold Steel 1 Sarah. Cold Steel 2 Sarah's where it's at.
Mm.
I mean, he's got a point.
And Cold Steel 3, Sarah. And
Don't
4,
please,
Sarah.
please don't stop. I don't
And
want
Cold
to.
Steel 5, Sarah.
I don't want to think about.
Cold Steel 5.
And Cold Steel 6, Sarah.
Oh my
Shut
God.
up.
There isn't going to be a 5
I don't want
or
to think
6?
about cold steels we don't have yet.
I mean, it's...
Stop.
Yeah, that's...
Just stop.
She's the only, like, real character.
Yes.
What?
Kathleen ruined everything.
Kawakami.
Just kidding.
I mean, the only thing it's like...
It's really funny. So I restarted Persona 5 like a month ago, and it's really funny to see how like apathetic Kawakami is towards your character. Like, oh, do I have to have him in my class? All right,
Yeah,
let's
it's
go
pretty
to
bad.
class. Like she just hates you and like just loathes having to deal with you. And then
And
her
at
her
the
turn,
end, it's... She freaking loves you, man.
yeah, it's pretty funny.
She's going to clean my apartment.
Do you know
when I
how old she
graduate.
is? Did they ever reveal?
I think
20
late 20s.
25 or 24.
Okay. Yeah, because she seems pretty young.
Yeah.
So...
She's a young... I can't say anything without ruining her storyline, but yeah.
Yep.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I always find this waifu stuff as a... I always find
You
this...
didn't ruin anything. You
Yeah.
brought up second best character. I couldn't believe I forgot about
I
him.
always find this waifu stuff as a joke.
Yeah. No, it is
But-
jokey, but yeah.
Like, that's the one I picked. I mean, I could pick Toa.
I like how he's like, I like how
Toa Sensei.
you can't... Oh, you didn't play that game. Be quiet.
I haven't yet.
You can't... See, I can't pick Ko
Come on, I could
or
pick-
Yuki because they're adorable. They're not husbando. They're protect.
I mean, I have so many waifus in Xenoblade right now.
Yeah, it's
All the waifus,
where's that
yeah.
picture? What is it? Who posted that thing where it's just like, okay, this is what gamers like: games, big swords, waifus, and then they showed Xenoblade 2, and
Oh,
it was
yeah,
all
yeah.
like big. Yeah, what is it?
Big game with waifu swords.
Yeah, yeah. It's like accurate. Oh my
Appealing
god.
to the lowest common denominator.
It's not just waifus. There's husbandos in there.
Yeah, whatever.
And there's a big, giant, fat beach ball guy who loves to eat.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay.
Okay, Taylor,
But
go.
I mean, come on. I'm not going to say anything about Xenoblade 2, all the waifus. I've shown you some of them. They're
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, no, they're pretty.
No.
I'm waiting to get the bunny chick with the huge boobs.
I'm not.
Okay.
Because that's going to be hilarious. I've seen the silhouette of the picture,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that's going to be a ridiculous picture when it pops up.
She just has this giant butt that just sticks out. Yeah.
No, she's a bunny.
Oh,
That's
the
what-
bunny?
She's a bunny girl. That's why
Who's
her.
the
That's
girl?
why. That's why her butt sticks out like that. 'Cause
Oh,
she's
okay.
a bunny.
Oh.
That's why it looks really weird.
I see.
It's super funny though.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten.
I laugh because my last D&D game, my GM is playing Xenoblade 2, and it's hilarious listening to him talk about it because I'm like, this is the guy I want to listen to.
Yeah.
It's so good. No, because he gives it like a very honest, like, this is how he plays games. This is what he thinks about it. And he was showing off like all the rare blades. He's like, this is the rare blade I want. And it's like, or he was like joking around and there was like a rare blade with like a girl, like an army military girl who was like this. And she had like beefy arms on her sides.
No, I know. I have that one.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
I don't know,
I
but
love
he was
that
just
character.
showing off like some of the funny blades he got and like some of the like, you know, and he's explaining the game. He's like, this it's really fun to do this and this and this. I'm like, thank you. I like listening to this.
Yeah.
This is good.
It's a fun game. The funny thing is that when I was talking about it, Oz came in and talked about how he wants to farm a rare blade called Korra.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know who that is. And I just randomly I was just doing a bunch of common blades because I had a bunch of them.
Did you get her?
And I got Korra. And I was like,
That's amazing.
I got
That's funny.
Korra.
Nice.
I have so many rare blades that I don't know what to do. But the thing, Xenoblade has really bad design choices.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't switch blades between drivers. You have to have...
That's what I was hearing from him.
You have to have something called like an overdrive protocol, and those are so rare that you can't really do it. So I have a awesome healer blade on my tank, and I want to move it to my healer to
yeah,
Nia.
yeah.
Mm.
That's
I
what.
can't.
Yeah.
And then Nia has an awesome tank blade that I want to get freaking my tank.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Bummer. But yeah, waifus and husbandos.
Mm.
Taylor.
My favorite husbando this year was Mario. Because
Yeah.
he could turn into anything.
Anything.
He could
Yeah.
take any form. He possessed me this year. No.
Okay.
That was
You know,
scary.
I mean, obviously it's from Persona 5. I was leaning towards Makoto, but then like, I love her turn when she gets her persona, but then like her social link, her confidant, whatever, I just didn't really like.
It's
as
funny
much
because I kind of liked it.
I mean, it was good, but like
I
it
almost
wasn't-
picked her.
It was all. It wasn't.
It's like, I'm a freaking badass, and then I'm shy again.
Well, it just.
That's kind of. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's everyone.
Yeah, that's everyone. But that's kind of the point. You know, they're this way in this world, and then they kind of revert to how they are in this world. You know, like. I get that you kind of want more of the, the metaverse personality to invade their character because the whole thing is, they're rebellious now.
Yeah, right.
But then their social link kind of, they kind of grow into it.
A little bit, yeah.
Not as much as...
I mean, towards the end, Makoto does a thing, and I'm like, oh, dang.
Well, she, just reverts, because her whole thing is like, oh, I'm not going to do what anybody tells me. I'm going to do my own thing. But then, her whole thing is like, oh, I'm going to be the goody two-shoe student council president. I'm going to tell off my friend and all this stuff. And I'm like... that wasn't quite where I was hoping your thing would go. So I have to pick Futaba because she is just adorable.
She's such a good character.
And she's has these really cute gestures and all this gamer lingo speak that is just so funny.
Dude, so much gamer lingo. It was so great.
She's like, oh, I'm waiting for the platinum trophy to pop or what. She has all this funny little stuff and she has figures oh no, you set it up wrong. She it was reorganizes all the Power Rangers.
Gamer lingo talk was so cringy.
No, it was great.
That was great.
It was amazing.
It was so great.
No, it was great because Mishima is also a gamer, right? And so there's that one part where they're talking to each other and they're game lingoing back and forth. Mishima always says kek and
wait, he does he?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
does he say kek in our?
Yes.
Yeah, he says kek in our.
Yeah,
I thought he just said that for lulls, but does he actually say that?
No,
in the game?
Mishima says kek in game.
I think I remember him saying kek. Yeah,
but I love when they're bouncing off luck or something. They feel lucky. She's like, man, if I feel so lucky right now, I could roll a d20 and a 20 will pop up. And I'm all like, oh my god, yes.
That's right. He did say
so
stuff.
good. I loved it so much.
But the way she's always kneeling and doing all these weird gestures. My favorite gif of that game is when they're in her room and she kind of puts her head down and
closes the closet
on her.
I have that. I've used it before.
She uses it so many times.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's just okay, guys, I'm gonna leave now.
But the weirdest thing is going out with her.
Yeah, actually going out with her was okay, I shouldn't have gone out with her. She's a great character, but she's the little sister.
Well, Taylor likes trash anime, so it makes sense now.
I have terrible taste, and I fully accept that.
No, when people mean trash anime, we're talking about
anime is trash.
Aromega Sensei and Orimo. That's trash anime.
Yeah.
And that's Taylor's favorite.
And Umaru, it was funny. I was actually watching the new Umaru, and I'm like, I actually can't watch this. This is terrible. And I just turned it off.
Is that Umaro-chan?
Yeah, on it was so Amazon bought the rights or whatever.
Not anymore.
Yeah, now it's on just the Prime. So, yay, waifus and husbandos. Chat, let us know. I see a lot of people typing replies. You got to let us know your favorite.
I see Wendy's disappointed at us. Takimi.
Excuse me, Wandy, but I definitely said the right one for me.
For sure.
Trash anime, trash waifu.
Let's go to a more of a serious. I don't know. I'd like to think we all have different answers, but I don't know. So next is best soundtrack, and this is strictly for games that came out this year. So I think I'm gonna start because I've been going last. The last couple times. So none of you guys have played this game, so I don't think you might have listened to the soundtrack. But my favorite soundtrack was
it's obvious.
It's obvious.
What?
Nier
Automata.
Nier Automata.
Oh my god, that soundtrack! It's unlike any game I've played before. It's real good. It's Emperor's New Groove Reen. Good.
Yeah. Love that picture.
But it's got there's such amazing boss battle music. You're slashing away and doing all this crazy action stuff, and it builds up at the perfect moments.
Okay, so I haven't heard it at all.
Heard a little bit.
Is it or is it very instrumental?
It's a mix of both. There is singing or whatever, or vocals,
the choir in the background.
But it's I don't know how to, it's ethereal, otherworldly is the best way I can describe it. It's a made up language. It's if they mix Japanese and French together, and so I don't know what they're saying because it's all made up. But there's these really calming, cool tracks when they're in the camp or when they're going to little towns, and then the battle music just picks up. It's unlike anything you've heard before. It's just very, very unique, which I appreciate. God, it's just so good. But apparently it's a lot like the original Nier, which I never played. But
he didn't. Nier won that. Didn't Breath of the Wild win best OST, even though there's barely any music in it? No, Breath of the Wild did not win best OST.
It has a Zelda theme.
It does.
Hey,
it's piano with wind sounds. Doodling.
Yep. Do you remember when they first showed the trailer of it?
Oh, that song was like amazing.
Yeah.
Breath of
And
the
when it got
Wild?
really big, it's like
Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
It's like really epic.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah.
that was awesome.
I think you showed me that trailer and you're like, Maddie, look at this game. And like he was climbing mountains and
Yeah.
stuff and he was showing, I was like,
and
it's
like
amazing.
They showed like Zelda crying. I'm like, dude, this is gonna be.
And it was voice acted.
Yeah,
and we're like, oh my god, Zelda has a
This is
voice.
gonna be intense.
That trailer was like amazing.
and
but
then there's no
it's-
story.
Yeah,
I'm so sad. I'll probably play it, but
you should still play it. It's a great game.
I just have other things to do first.
Like Tokyo Xanadu.
Yep.
Near Automata T-shirt. What is that? I guess no.
Taylor's just like a nerd. That's Warcraft. And I'm wearing,
Can I-
I'm wearing,
should I-
I'm
should I
wearing
turn
Street
around?
Fighter.
I feel like I should turn around. No, I won't turn around.
No, you're gonna knock things over.
No, I won't. I actually have some decent space.
See, even Kathleen agrees. Nier has best OST. Nods. Mm-hmm.
Nods.
Does he, does he?
It's really good. I almost want to buy the soundtrack. And it won like every best music, like in all the awards that I've been following. So
Why haven't you bought the soundtrack? I mean, Maddie and I have a rule. We gotta beat the game. before
Yeah,
we
you have
get
to.
the
It's
oh,
taboo.
really? Oh, that's an
That's our
interesting
taboo.
fake rule or
Yeah.
whatever. That's a good rule though. But yeah, play it. It's only like 30 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I have an
it's
answer.
so good. Oh, it's amazing.
And it's not what you think it is.
Okay,
It's Grandia.
it's great. Grandia.
No, it's Lunar. No. So I'm basing this based on overall Persona 5 wins my heart. Okay, I love everything about it, but
But we're gonna have to cut Persona 5 out of everything here.
apparently, yeah. But basing it on how many tracks I skip, like how many tracks, like the ratio of how many tracks I like to how many tracks I don't like.
Like Persona 5 has really high highs.
Yeah,
but
but that's got some
lows.
tracks almost like I don't care. Like the Maid
I-
Cafe.
I love that one.
I don't care about it.
Because you've never been there.
Yeah, why would I want to go there?
'Cause
Anyway,
it raises your charm.
Mm.
That's
yeah.
why- and then sometimes it raises other stats.
I took baths, okay?
Yeah, I never took baths.
Oh, I
Baths are
always
great,
took baths.
actually.
Yeah, especially on rainy days.
They're
It
f-
raises
yeah.
it so high.
Fantastic.
I would do it, and then I'll be like,
What? You just
Oh,
fall
you'd
asleep?
overheat
Every
every
time.
time?
and I was like,
That's amazing.
no, I'm never doing baths anymore. Maid Cafe it is. At first I was like, I never went there before. I was like, what is a maid cafe? I wonder what this is. I'm like, oh, it raises your charm.
I never went to it either.
You know, I never could find the diner in Shibuya either. I never used it, even though apparently it was
Oh,
really useful.
I went to the diner a lot.
I felt bad. But anyway, moving back to our question that I've pulled up, and everyone's like, what is it?
Berseria.
Use
Ooh,
8.
Use 8's got a great
Use 8
soundtrack.
beat it.
Yeah.
Just because I think I could listen to the whole soundtrack and like every single song. They got good battle themes. They got the riffing guitar. You know, since we have the PS4 version, we have like a little bit of extra songs. And I swear to God, I love Night Survivor so much. It's whenever you go
At night.
yeah, night obviously. Yeah, and it's so good.
Okay.
I love it so much.
So Ease 8, I broke the rule. I bought it before the game came out.
Ease 8 is the only game that I broke the rule because
Wow.
I loved the music so much, which is
And-
factoring
no,
into this.
But first, I listened to it and I did not like it. I only liked one song, and it was Sunshine Coastline,
Which is funny.
which is because it was the first song I ever heard, and I was like,
Of course.
man, this
On
is super
Easy?
rocking.
Yeah, I love it.
It's the first song you
It's
hear
the
on the beach.
literal first song you hear. You wake up and it starts, and I'm like, whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that song a lot.
That
That's probably
song's
my favorite
awesome.
song on the soundtrack.
But then after I played it, I was like, man, this soundtrack's actually
It's
awesome.
great. Oh my god. There's certain dungeon soundtracks that like embody the dungeon and what's happening
Whenever
so
I
well.
listen to it now, I always get ideas for like video games. I'm like, I want to make this game, but I'm never gonna do that.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, I liked it so much, and the whole thing's good. And I'm seeing here that
No,
I'm
don't
sad.
say it.
Why?
Don't say anything right now.
I want to explain why I'm not choosing that. Is that yours?
Yeah. That
Oh,
was-
okay. Go.
I was gonna say, Nick, what did you played Sonic Mania this year, right?
Sonic Mania wins. Yeah.
No, I'm serious. Like that had some good music though, didn't it?
I did, and the remixes of the classic songs were actually really good.
Because I heard some songs, I'm like, whoa, this is like really just like it's good Sonic music, you know?
I put a song on that's probably one of my favorites in that game.
Okay.
Yes, mine is Trails of the Sky 3.
Ooh, okay.
Such good music. Like every song fits perfect. The ending song, I think, we'll see each other again. That song.
Oh man, that
the
song
last
hit me right in the feels.
That plays perfectly, and I always listen to it, and I'm like, oh,
Seriously?
because it's over.
Yeah, that whole ending scene like was played so well.
And there's so much like mind blowing things that are said there.
Yeah.
And I was like,
by certain characters too.
Where did this come from?
Yeah. Dude,
It's great. But
I know which part you're talking about too.
Yeah. Well, I know both parts, but apparently, like the game I'm playing now, or that it's on backlog, the Crossbell.
Oh.
Apparently, Kevin and them are in it. So,
Yeah, I heard that too.
So yeah.
Hashtag KevBlob.
Hashtag Kevblob.
Kevblob.
We're not on Twitch, so we can't see any Kevblobs. Man. Yeah.
But that like I remember when I first started playing that game and I think fighting,
Yeah, and I walked in and you're like, Maddie, get out.
Yeah. No, they played the song, the boss battle song. It was like bing,
Yeah.
and I'm like, this music's like a huge step above the other ones.
It's a shame though, because it's like in the boss fights where you can win within 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So I only hear like one loop and then
we're
it's
playing
over.
on hard, by the way.
It is. We are playing on hard. And so like, cause any other boss song, I'm always waiting for it to appear, and it's always it's like a mini boss. Like you get like a barrage of enemies, like, oh no, we weren't expecting this, and then that song plays, and I'm like, cool. At this point, I have an AOE S-craft. Click, and they're all dead. Whoops.
The thing I loved is how you could mix and match your party. Well, you just have to find everyone first. But they added characters that are like, yes, I can finally use them a lot.
Oh, yeah. That's fun. Yeah, the reason why I didn't choose the third, if second chapter was in this, I'd probably choose second chapter. But it's not. I like second chapter a lot more. And third was just there's too many mystical songs for me, and I love hardcore battle themes. Like, I know mystical songs are like, they're great, they fit perfectly, and I know Kathleen loves them. They're great. You love them now. I didn't actually really know that, but like, I just the battle themes were there. They're just too sparse, and the one I love the most I can't listen to a lot.
Yeah, everything about that. Like, it has the song that I've been wanting for so long in Cold Steel.
Oh, Last Choice.
Because Cold Steel 2 had a song in it that plays during like right before a big story moment, and it wasn't on the soundtrack. I'm like, where is this? I had to record it from a save file.
You recorded it for 8 minutes.
Yeah, I recorded it from Maddie's save file.
I always say before big moments in games and keep it.
I recorded it, and then I was playing it, and I got to a special story door, and it started playing, and I'm like, what is this? and then I played at a perfect time too. I'm like, this.
And then it happens later in the game too.
I get
again.
It now.
Yeah.
And I was like, Maddie, come here. And I was like, close your eyes, because I don't want you to see the scene.
I saw it though.
And I was like, okay. And you listen to I'm like, it's that song that plays at this point. And he's like, yeah, it's in this game. That's why it's not in the Cold Steel soundtrack. I'm like, the third soundtrack.
What is this? Yeah, that's a good song.
I want to play that game.
Overdosing on Heavenly Bliss.
I already 100%ed that game. There's no reason.
Yeah. So did I. You know what you didn't do that I did? I defeated the Palm boss.
Yeah, I couldn't kill it.
I killed it on stream while Kathleen was watching me. She's like, "You can't do it. You don't understand."
I was watching you,
and I'm just like, I made Estelle like
Watch me.
a boss. Like Estelle was like just my bait and like beat up person. So I'm like, okay, Estelle has everything. All right, 200. I
made Estelle just beat
CP.
Like, one shot everything.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. 200 CP. Mystic art. Oh god. S-craft. And it's just like, okay, did a third of health. I'm like, I did damage to the thing that you can't damage. It was so good.
I'm still wondering, like everything you do does like 1 damage, and I'm like, what? How do you hit this thing? And then I ran away, and then it disappears, and it would never come back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, okay.
So you get a trophy for killing that palm boss, I think too. So I got really excited.
You get your
the last ore to
ore.
make the Zamiran ore. To make your awesome
weapons. To get your awesome weapons that don't exist in Tales games anymore because you just upgrade them till plus 20.
Whoa.
Whoa.
All right.
Yeah. I love music. Anyway, let's move on.
Let's see. So we got 3 categories left. So next one, or no, we got 4. Never mind. I'm gonna say best non-JRPG we played this year. So obviously this podcast is all about the JRPGs.
It's a JRPG centric podcast.
Yeah, but people.
But first, let me tell you about our sponsors, Nerdbox.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You held
Taylor
that.
was just looking at me. I'm just staring at
I'm
him.
like waiting for him to do.
I was
a
waiting for
fake
the
pitch.
payoff. Yeah, I was waiting for the
And
pitch or
didn't
something.
want to fall. Yeah, but no, I mean, like, obviously a lot of the games we play are JRPGs, but sometimes you need a break, or sometimes something comes out, catches your attention, you love it.
You need it.
So, Nikolai,
Yes,
is there
sir.
any non-JRPGs that came out that you really enjoyed this year?
It's called. Let's go back to my other love that I've,
Big Mex.
that I've neglected for a long time. I feel bad, so I came back to her. Just like, I love you too. I love you too. That's survival horror games.
Oh, of course.
And this E3, we got a nice surprise. Evil Within 2.
Yeah.
Played it. Oh, so good. So good. So
Yeah.
good. It's so good.
Way better than the first.
It's different than the first. Let's just say that. All right. So I'm at first has like a very dark and dingy atmosphere and everything like that.
Yeah.
Second doesn't really have that. It has it in certain points, but it's not all that. It's two. Let me compare it. Let's compare. Evil Within 1 was Resident Evil 1,
Okay.
and then Evil Within 2 was Resident Evil 2.
Okay.
So that big jump in quality. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Or let's do it this way. Resident Evil 2 is Evil Within 1. Resident Evil 4 is Evil
Oh wow,
Within
that
2.
big of a leap. Okay. Interesting.
Because it has these sections where it's like open world and everything like that. And I love the I love the story moments. The ending is so good. The entire it was the first you're in this area and it's all like you're like in limbo. pretty much.
Whoa. Spoilers.
I'm not giving it away where you are. I'm just
I
saying
am
it's like
being facetious.
you're in limbo. That's what it seems like. And
It's a good game. I like Limbo.
and
fun
it
game.
has a
It's all black and white. You're
and it
playing
has
a
this-
little kid.
has a song playing. It's very mystical. Kathleen will love it. Super mystical, and it feels like nothing like Evil Within 2 at all. Like, was that a real sponsor? 'Cause
No, it was not.
No, it was not.
I wish.
yeah,
Call us.
the Cheetos. I remember I was sitting there listening to that song the entire time, and it was like, and because it's pretty much at the end of the game, and it just keeps building and building and building, and that theme that I fell in love with that first mystical song kept building into like this huge epic climax. It was the ending is so good because it cuts back and forth from STEM to the real world, and you're just like, oh my god, what's going on? There's so much stuff going on right now. And I was
Sounds intense.
yeah, and I was like, this character that I really like, they made it seem like that they were going to die. And I was like, please don't die. Please don't die. I love this character so much. Better not kill him off. Good stuff.
Crazy twists and turns.
Crazy twists and turns. And it pretty much ends. It's like
The story gets some good closure.
it has a Marvel end credits scene.
Oh, of course.
So they're all
Hinting
sitting
for the
around
next game.
eating gyros.
Yeah, gyros.
Gyros.
No, but there's this point in the game, if you get all these slides that in the game, it tells you about this character that supposedly died in Evil Within 1, who was your partner, and she was the person that's like your, what's it called?
Raindrops.
No,
Your mind link. Your
no, she's just like talking. She's like helping you out.
Internal
she's
narrator.
like
or
the
whatever?
ghost of your partner,
She's like back at headquarters and she's talking to you.
but she's alive.
Okay.
Yeah, she's alive.
But you thought you killed her.
No,
Oh.
no. She's talking and she's like, no, he's actually alive.
Oh.
But more on that later, and they never explain. So obviously, there's gonna be something with that.
So no Kimpy. He
No,
has
I
not
have
played
not played
Resident
Resident Evil 7.
I played Resident Evil 7,
which I really
though.
want to, but I haven't.
I did play.
You should play it in VR.
Yeah, we gotta get a VR. We gotta
Bar Jakes.
borrow Jake's and play it in VR.
And then we got to get the thing so we can play VR chat.
Yeah. No.
Oh my god, VR chat. That thing is ridiculous.
It was so hilarious.
And then at the end, of course, the end credits scene. It's like a light pops on. It's like, oh, something's happening.
Is there going to be a third
Cut
one, you
away.
think?
I don't know. Maybe it's a DLC. Maybe it's a third one. I don't think it's gonna be Castellanos again.
Oh, okay.
I think his story is done. I think you're gonna be someone else.
Got it.
But yeah, Evil Within 2, amazing. It's an amazing game. You would love it.
Okay. You would love Resident Evil 7.
I know.
That game's spooky, and there's a guy chasing you. There's something that is usually chasing you most of that game.
Is that your pick?
No. I'm
Okay.
just... Because Kimpy mentioned it, and I'm just emphasizing if you want some more
Things
good survival
chasing
horror.
you the entire game. It sounds like my worst nightmare.
I know. I was going to say, you would not like that game.
I can't see you playing any survival horror games, Maddie.
They're terrible.
So we're going to have her play a survival horror game on stream.
I mean, as long as someone's sitting next to me, like I can usually deal with it. All right. But yeah, no.
So people on Discord and on stream, let's tell us what game to play with Maddie. Maddie does not like survival horror games. So that's going to be a stream.
Do it.
Taylor.
Do it. Let's see. Best non-JRPG. This was one of my favorite games for most of the year, except for what ultimately was my game of the year. But that was Horizon Zero Dawn, Western RPG from Guerrilla. Man, this has like everything I want in games. It's got a cool main character, female, which I usually prefer playing as females, and she's not like overly sexualized at all because she's wearing like all this heavy tribal gear, so you don't really ever see.
But she has
her
them.
butt. What's that?
She has.
She has what?
She has those curves. They exist.
I guess you don't really.
She's a woman. So.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you never see it because she's always wearing like heavy armor or like things that cover up, which is cool. You know, they don't exploit it that way, but it's what.
I don't know. It bothers me when I see bad posture, even though I have awful posture.
You know what's funny is Brian recommended I play PT, and I have played PT.
You play it with us.
I played it with them,
Yeah.
and I didn't freak out.
Yeah, PT.
I figured out the puzzle actually.
Wait, no, PT. Yes, I thought you were talking about Amnesia: Dark Descent.
Dude, amnesia.
Amnesia is not scary.
Yes, it is.
I think once you once you let the monster kill you, it's like it stopped being scary. Because that was the same thing with me. I was like hiding from it. I'm like, just kill me, and then I'm like, oh, this game's silly now.
The game is dark and has loud sounds and invisible enemies. That's all it is. And then I'm like, okay.
Manage your sanity, bro.
But yeah, Horizon, I feel like every battle is intense. Like there's no trash enemies, even like later in the game when you get better gear and stuff. Super fun. It's like maybe the best if we're talking like photorealistic. It's like
It looks like
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Especially considering it's an open world game. Like I don't know how they managed to get that kind of fidelity out of an open world game.
There's one thing I want to say about it.
Okay.
Sony, stop talking about it. It's done. No more.
Oh, Horizon. Oh my
What do
god.
you mean?
It's still like
It's
it was
still-
everywhere at PSX.
It
still.
was.
And I was
Horizon
like,
Zero
this
Dawn.
game has came out a long time ago. It already has a DLC. Shut up about it. We already know it's
Guys,
good.
we have a good lineup here. We have Horizon Zero Dawn.
And here's this Dolphin VR game.
Yep.
The brights were pretty cool. Like the lights are pretty cool, but I have no interest in playing it. It just looked cool.
What game?
There was a dolphin VR. There was a lot of VR.
remember
and there's like a
Oh,
dolphin.
yeah.
They're showing off a dolphin VR game. It's like, did you play the story of this dolphin?
And there's
Like,
Hole Simulator.
Yep. Oh yeah, it's like
granted, the jokes in that were pretty funny.
it's like the reverse of Katamari Damacy. Yeah. Instead of rolling stuff up, everything falls into a hole. Yeah.
It's true. Battlefront 2 is pretty scary.
Yeah.
In its own unique way. But
That's a movie right there.
Yep. Platinumed Horizon
Nice.
somehow. Yeah.
But have you platinum the DLC?
I haven't played the DLC. I heard it's basically just more of the same, which is fine because the game's good.
And it's not an end. It's not an end.
It's not an F arc.
No, it's weird.
It's
Apparently,
just
it takes
during.
place in the middle of the game, which is weird because it's like if you've beaten the game and then it like takes you back. It's I've heard weird. It's weird story wise that you know things and she pretends not to know them or something. But it's cool. Yeah, all the encounters are really intense. Really fun to explore that world. Aloy's a cool character. Looking forward to a sequel. Everybody should play it. Maddie, it's another game I keep.
I
telling you to
know.
play.
I know.
Guys,
I know.
there is no time. No time. You guys know this. I have Xenoblade 2. I have 240 hours
Horizon's
on it.
way better than Xenoblade.
I have
And I haven't even played
240 hours
Xenoblade.
on Xenoblade 2 right now.
Yeah, 240.
240.
Nice.
Soon, by tomorrow, it's gonna be
Be
300.
300. Yeah. Because he can play over 24 hours
I
in
can
one
play-
day.
Exactly.
That's how he does this warp magic.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
can slow down time in the real world, but my time's still going on.
Amazing.
Amazing.
It's like the
It's almost.
That's how I beat.
hyperbolic time
Yeah,
chamber.
exactly. That's how I beat games before, Maddie. Yet somehow have more hours than her.
Except for P5.
Yeah.
I'm proud of the fact that I played more P5 than you.
Not anymore. Because I already started the second playthrough.
Oh my god.
And it has Persona 4 music when I battle.
Nice.
And I have Inazagi. No, Inazami.
Izanagi?
Izanagi, yeah. Okay.
I am so disappointed in you.
And he's overpowered. Wow. Yep. Maddie?
What?
You.
What's the question?
Best
Oh.
non-JRPG game you played this year? If you played any?
I don't know if I played any.
Mario Kart 8?
No, there's one game that you're playing right now that you haven't really played for a long time.
Skyrim?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it came out 6 years ago. I'm having fun playing Skyrim because my old character got deleted, and so I started my new Thief Archer because you always gotta have a Thief Archer, and I'm having fun just playing that.
Is the Thief Archer a Khajiit?
No,
Then you failed.
I'm not you.
You got to be Khajiit.
No, I gotta
'Cause
be
they have
elves
bonus- they have-
because elves are master
They
race.
have bonus stealth.
Yes, but I'm playing a Thief Archer, and Wood Elves have bonus archery. Ooh. Yes.
One shot everyone.
I have.
Okay,
It's
are
getting
you-
really annoying because I'm like, okay, there's a good target over there. I'm gonna get him low and then run up to him with my mace to take his soul.
Nope.
And I'm just like,
you're
and he's
stealth,
dead.
and it's like times 12 damage. I'll go, okay.
And you're like, oh crap. Whoops.
You're playing on PC?
Yeah, not modded. Not look. The edition I bought 4 years ago. I'm
Yeah,
playing
the
it again.
Legendary Edition.
Yeah,
You.
me.
Can someone find you and then you just run in front of them, duck, go in stealth, and they lose you?
Not yet. Someone can find me. I could stealth roll away. I love stealth rolling. It's so funny. You stealth roll away just down a little corridor and like go into like just turn. And you just sit there and then they'll run right past you. And
Yeah,
you're like,
I love that.
okay.
No, but mine is I got so overly stealth that I could hit someone, they look at me, it's like, you! And then
And
I
they
just
stealth?
stealth right in front of them, and they're like, where are you?
Yeah, God, I love just paying attention to the jankiness that is Skyrim. Like looking around and like people are clipping through like walls and stuff, and the stealth mechanic is so
And
like,
they're like, good day.
yeah, I have seen that video. By
What?
oh, hello, outsider, just walks and then turns and then sits down.
That's
But I have one question for you, Matt.
Yes.
Have you taken any arrows to the knee?
No, because I'm still an adventurer. Yes.
Where's that joke from? No, that.
Oh my God.
It's a super
You
old
did
meme.
not just say
you,
that.
Not you. Not that one. There's something talking about. There's like a new joke where it was like a guy talking about. It's like, yeah, I would have done something. It was like a recent video, and it was made a joke about the knee, the arrow to the knee.
Wow.
Now it's bothering me.
That's a bummer. But other than that, it's been my binge into Skyrim because I just got the Skyrim itch and I'm just still playing that.
Oh, I got one that's not a JRPG. For that you're playing. It's called Tokyo Xanadu.
That's the JRPG. Okay. I played some Dead by Daylight again with friends, and then Here's of the Storm.
Hots
And WoW, because I raid
wow.
every week.
Wow.
Gotta get that mod.
We all played.
Wow.
We give a tip of the hat to Mario Kart.
Oh,
8
Mario
Deluxe.
Kart 8. Where I got it right here. This
And
sweet
I know-
baby right here.
I know everybody says, "Oh, it's the same game," but they fixed battle mode. You can play as the Splatoon characters, so obviously it's
the
way
same-
better.
It's obviously
the same
way
game.
better.
It's the same game.
Can you take Mario Kart 8 for Wii U on the go? No, you can't.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
They
So
should
what
have-
do
There's
you-
2 items now instead of 1, so obviously that's way better.
I don't really care about that because I felt like I was so smart figuring out like in the olden days where you hold like the banana behind you and you were able to hold another item.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, people don't figure this out until they're like smart about it. And now just everyone can always hold 2 items. Like even if you hold it out, you can't hold 3 items. Even if you hold it out, it's still in your inventory. So I'm like, I just gave that to everyone.
I wish that they would give you the ability to like swap items. Like you're holding 2, but you can switch the order.
Yeah, it's double dash. You know what I miss? What do you miss?
What?
Being able to jump over shells.
Mm.
You're able
High hopping.
You were able to do that. Like.
Dang it. So maybe if they put the feather into the main game, because I think feather is only in battles, because feathers allow you to jump over things.
Yeah, but in Mario Kart 64, if you time it right, you could jump over a red shell and you won't get hit. It'll go right through you.
That's pretty cool. But I don't need to worry about that because I have link privilege.
Very link privilege.
Link privilege.
Everything just misses.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
no,
all
no,
shoes-
no. Everything just like you throw a shell and then you throw a shell and the shell's like, oh, it's Link. Boom. And
I can't believe that happened. That was ridiculous.
And my favorite one was when Nick was like winning, and then I come from out of nowhere and just pass him right when we hit the finish line. You're like, what the hell is
so
that?
we both hit each other. We both get the boost, and she's like, boom, and I'm like, okay.
I did catch your draft behind you, and I had the draft bonus.
I saw it afterwards, but still, you get draft way too easily.
It was hilarious. But
yeah, I never get draft.
It's because you don't play right, bro.
Never play.
But other than that, yeah, I don't think I've played any non-JRPGs. I watched Resident Evil 7 get played.
That doesn't count, man.
I know it doesn't.
I've watched Five Nights at Freddy's.
I've watched Five Nights at Freddy's get played.
The pizza simulator.
I watch VR chat. Okay.
I watch VR chat.
Yeah.
I know about these things, so I watch it on YouTube.
I know everything about it.
I do. I was gonna say this, but I switched it at the last second. I want to give a little tip of the hat to Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Oh yeah, you destroyed that game.
Yeah, I 100%ed that game. I did all the challenges, got all the gold medals. Like, I can't believe I played that game as much as I did. The game is so good.
You know why?
Why?
Because it's on Switch. And you wanted to make love to your Switch.
Yeah,
at work.
I became...
That's true.
Oh, yeah. I became weirdly obsessed with a few games. Like, Fire Emblem Warriors was another game I played a ton of. And I can't believe... I think that's my most... No, Zelda is, but I was going to say it's almost my most played Switch game.
Yeah, it was kind of weird what you were doing with Fire Emblem Warriors. It's like, I got to do this one thing that's very specific. Why? Because the game told me to do it. It's like,
yeah, I was weirdly hooked on that game. Like, it was my mentality. I have to 100% complete it.
Yeah, really.
But some of the challenges ended up being like really hard and annoying. And at some point, I just stopped playing. I'm like, okay, good. The curse has been lifted. I could stop playing. But it's still really good.
There's broken armor now. You got to play it.
Oh my god.
And they also had a new DLC with 3 new characters, although I don't really care about 2 of them. But you have to buy them all in the same pack. So
gotta buy them all.
All right, next category. We're almost done. We've got 3 categories now.
Oh god.
I think this one we might all pick the same game, but I'm not sure.
I don't think we're going to be able to get to questions this time.
Yeah, we will. It could be a long podcast, dude.
Or
we just got back.
We can go quick. Okay, best looking game. Go. Persona 5, next category.
I mean, yeah. It's just too good. Persona 5.
Very good style, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I
had fun looking at the menus, for God's sake. Like,
we've made menus.
Menus.
We have them on this stream right here.
We do.
But actually, it's not on this presentation.
No, it's a
You
bummer.
can't see Kawakami.
You can't see. Oh my!
Oh my!
Yeah. I didn't see the text box that I created for you.
Yeah.
It's just so stylish. All the character designs are so good. Like their thief outfits. I would say the only thing that comes close is Horizon. That's more of like a photorealistic.
It looks good.
It runs like in motion. It looks awesome.
Yeah, sorry if you heard that burp. Yeah, Horizon looks amazing. I'm trying to think of other.
The only thing that Horizon doesn't have is a giant dick monster.
Oh yeah,
Mara.
Yeah, what is it? The throbbing king of desire. So gross.
Every Shin Megami Tensei game.
I'm trying to think of other like weird games that came out that like maybe had some interesting style choices or something.
People are gonna be screaming Cuphead. We didn't play
Cuphead.
Yeah, none of us played Cuphead.
Didn't have an interest.
Oh, I feel like I'm missing a big game. I'm forgetting something.
I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, but Horizon is a close second up. But Persona 5 looks real good.
It looks really good. Cold Steel 3.
Stop talking about it, please. I'm just trying to forget.
It's gonna ruin everything because you mentioned the word Cold Steel.
No, you don't understand,
because
Taylor.
I follow a bunch of Kaseki people on Twitter and it ruins it for me.
I'm sorry for supporting artists that promised they wouldn't put spoilers on their channel.
It's been a couple of months. They could do whatever they want.
It wasn't CS3, it was CS4.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's not. You guys, I fucking hate you all. Okay. Moving on.
That's not a joke. She's really
Mario Odyssey looks pretty good.
Yeah.
It does actually. Yeah.
It looks weird.
What
I miss. I hate this.
I can't.
It never Mario has never come back to the charm that was Super Mario 64.
Dun 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 da 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 dun.
I just don't know why. None of the new ones ever get to that caliber.
So I beat that recently. That's probably my favorite Mario game.
This?
Yeah. The rest of them are just so basic. It's like how you jump on things, you run and jump.
Oh, those ones, of course.
Mario Galaxy.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't played Galaxy.
Galaxy is so good.
I think the spheroid planets ruined it.
It didn't. Because you guys were so against Wiimotes. That's the problem.
Yeah,
that was the problem.
Wiimotes were awful.
No, they're great.
They're the worst.
They're perfectly fine.
Like when I was playing it, I'm like, I have to hold my hands out like this.
No, you don't. You hold the nunchuck and you could fold that in your lap, and then when you hold it like this and play, and then when you have to, you go like this.
I feel like next year's categories it's gonna be really hard to pick a winner because we got like DBZ Fighters, we got Dragon Quest 11,
we got Final Fantasy 7 Remake, Kingdom Hearts 3,
Yep.
Mech Warrior 5. Man, I'm an adult.
Octopath Traveler.
Octopath Traveler. It's weird.
It's gonna be interesting. So anyway, but yeah, that was almost quick. Okay, so this one I thought was kind of funny because it'll make itself clear.
It makes itself clear with the moment we go over.
So what was our favorite JRPG not named Persona 5 this year? Because obviously Persona 5 we all obsessed over it. We did a spoiler cast, like we loved it.
I still love it.
We're probably gonna ramble quite a bit for our next category about it. But what was your favorite JRPG not named Persona 5 that you played this year?
They've all became an amalgamation of a JRPG.
Everybody went silent.
I know. I'm trying to think.
Well, it's kind of between
I like
a couple.
I like Tales of Berseria. I like Ys 8. I like Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Mm-hmm. Does the PS4 version of Final Fantasy 12 count? The remaster? Or because it's not a new game?
When did it come out?
In the summer, I think.
The remaster?
Yeah. If it's not, I would say, shockingly, I'd probably say Nier. If not, Final Fantasy 12.
Go back to podcasts from 3 months ago, and you hear Taylor raging about how he hates Nier.
Yeah.
He rage quit twice.
Yeah, and once I got over that hump, though, like the last arc of that game is so weird and amazing.
So don't count Nier. Don't count Final Fantasy 12. Don't count Persona 5. What is it?
Why does Nier not count?
I'm just wondering.
I don't know. Zelda? Does that count?
Nick, you choose first.
I'm trying to think of what else came out.
Because if you pick one, it'll make it a lot easier for me. Choose!
Tokyo Xanadu.
No! You can't choose that one because you didn't play it.
That's why I picked it.
No.
I would say Trails of the Sky 3. But you know what's crazy? Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is kind of
What about Ys 8?
Ys 8's pretty good, but she wants to pick it.
No, I don't actually.
All right. Well,
I mean, I do, but there's 2 other games that are fighting for it right now.
Ys 8, it's fun, but no, I have an odd connection to Xenoblade 2 for some reason, and Trails of the Sky 3 was just amazing. So between those two,
okay.
Crap. Okay. Dang it. Shoot.
Not Tales of Berseria, huh? Okay.
I really enjoyed Tales of Berseria, but it's not memorable as much as Zestiria was.
Okay, so
crazy people are gonna think I'm crazy.
So I'm gonna say
I find Zestiria way more memorable than Berseria.
So I'm gonna say Berseria.
Okay.
No, but the thing is, I am rating this on the fact that I love Zestiria so much, right? Look at my plush. He's adorable. Yay. The music in Zestiria is great. You know, I love the story. The battle system was not as horrendous as everyone made it out to be. If you don't like it, that's fine.
Battle system's good. That's not. I think that's.
Or the open worldness is. They're experimenting. It's fine. Anyway, but Berseria just took like what I liked about Zestiria sort of and kind of made it, because it built on Zestiria a lot, and the characters were memorable. There's one that totally connects. There's several that just completely connect.
There's a whole.
There's like all of them basically connect to Zestiria.
I mean, story elements in general just connect to Zestiria.
Yeah, like everything connected. It was fun to see how they connected, exploring the world as it was before Zesty. And Zesty. Mm-hmm. I've been converted to calling it Zesty sometimes. And the ending is, I got affected so much by that ending. It was crazy.
And it only affect you if you knew what.
And it only would affect you that way if you played Zestiria knew what happened in Zestiria. The things going against it is the music was not as memorable.
That's why not as memorable, and
I really enjoyed going back and forth, honestly. Like, going to the same locations again and again as the story needed you to. Because it felt like you were exploring the world. Like, that's what the world would do. It wouldn't be linear. It'd be like, oh, crap, we gotta go here. Oh, it's the first place we went to later. A lot later. It's like, okay, this person went over here. We need to go to find this person. And then the side quests were really well done in the skits and everything.
I think the reason why I find Zestiria more memorable is the same reason why I find Persona 4 more memorable than 5. It's because the anime is so good.
The anime, that's true.
And it grows
that's
this
true.
world.
Also, the Zesty anime makes Zestiria better.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And Berseria, there's Berseria episodes in there too. And that makes it awesome. Really good too.
Yeah, but every individual story arc was like very it was good. Their characters were thought out, their story arcs were great, and I was hooked. The other thing that's fighting for it, and the only reason why I'm not choosing it is because I haven't beat it yet, is Tokyo Xanadu. I really want to pick Tokyo Xanadu. I just have not completed it yet, and I don't have my answers, even though I know the answers are coming.
Well, you haven't played it for a long time.
I've played it for 40 hours.
No, I meant you haven't played it in a long time.
I played it 2 days ago.
Oh, I haven't seen her play it for a long time.
2 days is a long time.
I haven't seen her play it for a long time, so.
I played it's just Falcom does Falcom things. I have not laughed so much in like a game just seeing what Falcom does. Just like Cold Steel 3 is in there, and there's a Cold Steel 2 trailer playing on a TV, and all the Falcom manga is in the bookshelves, and the mini games in the arcade are hilarious.
I like this because it reminds me of Cold Steel.
Yeah, of course. And then the characters themselves, I already said you must protect everyone in that game because they just are so adorable. You gotta protect them all. And their arcs are like going through, and I'm starting to learn more about them. And it's fun, especially the fact that the PS4, Kathleen just told me, is like, this is added, blah, blah, blah. It adds so much more story to it that the characters are getting fleshed out more.
I like this game because I know Falcom.
That's what I was going to say!
Estelle and Joshua. Estelle and Joshua.
No, you should have done Cold Steel.
Should have done.
Green and
Elisa.
Very cool. Very cool.
Battle system's really fun, by the way.
Very cool. Very cool. Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool. She doesn't like doing it like.
No, because I'm the one who always gets the things.
I did it, Taylor.
Yep.
Very cool.
No, the very cool is fine. But it's just like I'm in a groove, and
it broke new ground.
It just shuts me down. I like the battle system. It's really fun. It's
Is it?
It's like Ys. It's like Ys and Tails mixed together.
Slower than Ys, though.
Yes.
Not as smooth.
I mean, people say it's not as smooth. I like it because there's more strategy involved. Because you can't just hit and expect to come out unscathed. You need to like hit, and then you'll see not a boss, but like just an enemy starting to do a certain move, and you either dodge or jump and fly attack away, or power attack, try and kill them in time. There's so many ways to defeat bosses or enemies that it's really fun to figure out your own way of playing.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's obviously like elemental types, like this is weak to that, and you have to assemble your party depending on what enemies are in the stage. Oh, you broke it. Good job. Broke new ground. Depending on what enemies' attributes are in the stage, and it's much more strategic, which I like.
Good, very cool.
It's also hard when you're playing on harder difficulties.
Makes sense.
That's what happens.
That's what happens when you play on harder difficulties.
That's what happens, man.
But yeah, it just makes it feel more like, okay, gotta conserve. Because the harder difficulties, you have like an item timer, so you can't like spam a bunch of items to heal up.
Like in Tails.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like in Tails, which is why it's a mixture of those. So you just gotta stock up the right items depending on what level you are and stuff. It's fun. It's fun strategizing and then actually going out and being like, okay, let's do it. And then each stage, each dungeon is a stage and you get graded on it. It's pretty fun.
Okay, Jake.
Kimpy, I tried to explain why I like the game. That was for you, okay?
For the Kimpies.
For the Kimpies.
All right, and last, we've talked about it a lot in many podcasts. Maybe we're all the same answer. I don't know, but it's time.
Persona 5.
Game of the year.
What was your favorite game this year, Nick?
Tales of Berseria.
Liar.
Persona 5.
Maddie's was not Persona 5. It's not like she has all these figures and costumes.
Now it's time to stand up and turn around. I have to. It must be done.
Must it?
It must be done. It's from my father.
It's for your father?
From my father.
Oh.
You should see her room.
No, you don't need to see my
It's
room.
scary.
It's fine.
It's like just a giant wall of red and black and Joker masks.
And
No.
spoilers. And
There's only one picture
there's
that's
this
just...
huge Joker body pillow.
No, there's not.
That it's so lewd.
There's-
that it's crazy.
There's not. Definitely not.
And there's a bunch of plushies. She has a shrine to freaking Morgana. It's really
No,
weird.
I'd have a
It's-
shrine to him,
It's
not
kind of
Morgana.
scary. I think
You
we
chose
should-
the wrong
I think
person.
we should call help.
Call help?
1-800,
This 1-800
please
help.
help.
Please help.
1-800 help.
1-800-HELP. Is that yours, Nick? Persona 5?
Game of the year?
Yeah.
I guess.
I guess. I don't know.
Nick doesn't care.
Yes.
It is mine. It's probably my new favorite game ever. I'm still so hung up on like how they don't.
There's no lunchtime.
There's no lunchtime. Oh yeah, that kind of stinks.
I thought there was.
There's never lunchtime.
No,
there's no. You're in the middle of class and it's like. Dun, dun, dun,
Honestly,
dun, dun,
I
and they
really
walk up, it's
hated
like,
that.
Hey, let's hang out.
I really
And
hated
it's like,
that.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I really hated that.
And then they need that. It's like, okay, these people want to hang out.
You just talk to them
And
afterwards.
then they need to be. The characters need to be in the world. They're not there most of the time.
Sometimes they are.
Kawakami's never like. I'm not talking about the main characters. I'm talking about like the side. They're like never around. They could talk to them. Like I want moments where like you're with Kawakami and she comes during lunch, says, "Hey, let's hang out," and then the people are like, "What's that all about?" And it's like, "Nothing, just doing bad in school, some help."
That'd be kind of neat. Yeah.
It broadens it, adds more characterization. That's what I want
Sure.
in the Ruby version.
The Ruby version for Switch. Yeah.
And they're going to expand the Hawaii scene and beach scene.
Make the Hawaii scene a thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
I gotta remember this. Okay, they're joking about getting girls' numbers.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you actually go and do it?
No.
Yeah. See, that's what they need to do because they did that in 4 and they do that in 3.
They wouldn't talk to. Isn't Haru?
But you
they go
can
and
do
talk
it
to
if you
Haru
wanted
or
to.
something like that. Mm-hmm. Don't they go and talk to Haru or something? And she's just not in your party yet.
There's so many, depending on who you've leveled up. There's so many different ways that beach scene could go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But it's
You
not.
could go with
You could go.
Makoto.
No, really? You could go on a date. I'm not talking about the Hawaii scene. I'm talking about the actual Summers beach scene.
I don't remember that.
What?
You go to the beach.
That's
and
not
you
a.
fi- you-
Oh,
you
yes,
finally
yes,
see
yes,
you
yes.
see Futaba
Oh
finally
yeah,
goes
yeah,
outside.
yeah.
Yes, that's
And
part
they
of the
and
Futaba
they edited
arc.
the trailer where it made it seem like what's his name? Not is it Ryuji?
Ren.
Yeah.
Ryuji?
Yeah.
Oh, Ryuji.
Ryuji. Ryuji is like, oh my gosh, she's so hot, and it shows
But it was
Futaba, but it
on,
was
right?
actually on.
Yeah. Yep. Clever editing.
Clever editing. It's good editing.
But that was my biggest complaint is like the characters like didn't know how to have fun, kind of like there were all those moments like, yay, it's gonna be a weird fun side event, and then it rains, or they go to the room and somebody gets sick or something. Like that's like my one only complaint is like Persona 4 had so many weird, fun, not like story important events,
And they made getting sick fun.
Yeah, exactly. There was like like you were talking about with the anime, like the anime elevates all those scenes and makes them way funnier, but there's just none of that. Maybe in the P5 anime, like it'll fix a lot of that.
I'm still wondering what they're gonna do. How are they gonna fit all this into the anime? What's gonna happen?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm waiting for it to come out. I just thought that it not having fun, like they tried to have fun and then things would not go the way they wanted it to. Specifically the Hawaii scene just kind of fit with what was happening at the time because they're trying to do this thing and suddenly they realize that people know about them in Hawaii and they're like, oh, we just did this thing. I wonder how Japan's looking like. Oh, it feels like we're in Japan. Like it kind of just felt like it went with what was the story was doing.
And I looked at all the scenes of the Japan thing or the Hawaii thing. And funny thing is, the best scene was Kawakami's because they're actually out on a date.
You might be biased.
No, it's just like because it was a lot more interesting. That was what was going on. Because they add more things like she gives him a ring, matching rings to like and it's like should I have not done that? And it's like, and the other ones I was with Makoto when I went on Hawaii. It was like a friend thing, so it wasn't like a date thing. Are we done?
Yeah, but overall, amazing game. Looks good. Fun combat, like the flow. Like when I remember I said here, there's like a few things I wanted from P5. One, I wanted it to look better. Wanted it to look like Catherine, which it did, and then went beyond that. Wanted better dungeons. They did that. They handcrafted the dungeons, none of this random generated just hallways. And then
well, they did that too.
But it was good.
But that was like a whole separate thing with Mementos. And then I wanted to expand the social link stuff, which they did.
They made this social links
mean something.
Yeah, like they didn't quite expand like the event part, like what you do in a way that I wanted. Like I wanted to be way more impactful. Like, I take that back. I wanted like if you date somebody, like the world reacts to that. My favorite thing that was totally unexpected was if you have like more than one girlfriend or whatever. And then the Valentine's Day scene. So like at first I was dating Makoto, and then I decided to go with Futaba because in the old games you could like just start dating somebody else and it didn't matter. So then like on Valentine's Day I like had my day with Futaba, and then like the next day Makoto comes and shows up and gets all mad. I like genuinely felt bad. And I'm like, it's a made up video game character. I shouldn't feel bad, but I like genuinely felt bad. And it was surprising because I didn't think the game would do that, and it totally did.
Well, Persona 4 does that too.
Not in the same way.
No. It's they walk up to you and it's like, you know what? I'm your girlfriend, and it's Valentine's Day, and you should spend it with me. Like everyone does. Like they talk to you about that.
But it's not like 5 where they come back and get all pissed and stuff. Yeah. Like
they don't make a scene out of it. It's just like it's like one of those lunch scenes. They just walk up to you and they say that.
Yeah. It's very simple, but
except the girl that you went out with, they're not there.
Yeah. It was really funny.
Or when you go out with everyone.
Unless you you didn't go out with anyone and you just hung out with Ryuji instead.
I got chocolate from my mom.
And he just gives you a chocolate. It's like, this is from my mom.
That's really funny.
And then all the girls would come in and say, what? Valentine's is for... And then, you die.
But P5 is amazing.
P5 is amazing.
Best game of the year. The game of the forever. So that we went through those quicker than we thought, I think. So those were all our categories, and now we got some questions we wanted to answer.
I am so hungry.
I know, me too. I'm starving.
All right.
Hey guys, you can make it. You can do this.
I think I've got them pulled up. I forget where we stopped. I forget what the last.
He deletes everything
I
that
delete
we've already
everything that
done.
we haven't done. So everything here.
Oh really? Oh okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot. All right.
Yeah, we have a lot. And then a lot of new ones came out. I feel bad. Okay, I'm gonna do
dramatization.
Well, we'll try to go quick.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do this one we've been holding off on. Okay, Witch Werlina says, a game I played recently had a character join me who I wouldn't be able to upgrade at all. Upon seeing this, I promptly sighed and benched the character, declaring, "You're going to die by the end of the chapter, and I'm not wasting my time." Sure enough, they did. Ever have an instance where the mechanics straight up spoil a story event for you?
Yep.
I can't think of one, but yeah, you go ahead.
You go ahead.
And Lunar. You can't... Ramus, at the very beginning...
Oh, yeah,
just
he stops leveling up.
He just doesn't level up at all. Yeah. And I'm like...
Oh, that's weird.
Okay.
Well, he levels up, but he doesn't get anything anymore.
Yeah, he'll literally... It says level up, and it just does the numbers and then the arrow to the new numbers, and it's the same exact thing every level up. And it just progressively gets weaker. And I'm like, and we're at this city, and you're gone at some point. Obviously. And then, yep, that happened. And I was like... Okay, I don't really care.
Yeah, it's Ramus.
Whatever.
He becomes famous in the story.
Yeah, that's just a part of the story. I was just like, what the hell is this?
Like, I'm trying to... I've never... I guess I don't try to predict stuff like that.
Oh, I could read it easily.
I can't. Like, the one I was... so in Final Fantasy VII, it forces you to use Eris at some point. And, like, she's so weak physically, and she doesn't have... Her magic is okay, but, like, I constantly never used her. And then once you go to Temple of the Ancients, you have to use her. And
that's the worst.
And she just sucks. And so you have to sit either... You have to know that ahead of time and grind and prepare, or like you get there and you're just grinding a lot because you're like, she's so weak. It's not like other JRPGs or other games where like she's leveling up in the background. She's just like so far behind. But there was nothing story-wise to that. Like I can't think of anything story-wise that ruined a plot point or anything like that. I just can't think of anything.
I actually have the exact opposite, where
I'm going to talk about something that's the exact opposite too.
so in a very Grandia thing is that characters disappear all the time.
Yeah, I was just thinking of that game too.
So, no, when Grandia 1, I now know who leaves, so I don't level them up as big as I usually do. But sometimes I would level them so up, it's like, yeah, you're awesome, and then they just leave, and you never see them again. And you're like,
that happens a lot in that
I
game.
was like, damn.
Yeah, most of the characters, in fact, do that.
Yeah. So I now know what to do. Another one. I just lost my third train of thought. Actually.
No.
Oh no!
Final Fantasy
No,
Tactics?
Final Fantasy Tactics. Final Fantasy Tactics. They could die.
No, I'm talking about the Gafgarian thing.
Oh, that's hilarious. In Persona 3, you could do the same thing. You could level up a certain character.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And you're like, oh, they're a vital part of my team.
Gone.
Yep.
And you're like, oh, that's nice.
So for people that real quick that don't know what we were talking about, so in Final Fantasy Tactics, you have Gafgarian on your team, and then at one like in the middle of a battle, he like, we're doing the. Have you guys done the book club or whatever?
It's over.
Okay, so I'm gonna just spoil this. It's an old game, sorry, but you're playing a battle, and at some
It's the second battle with him, so
okay, and he just turns on you, and he becomes an enemy. But what's funny is me and Nick have replayed this game so many times. What we end up doing is we remove all his armor and all his gear before the battle starts. So when he turns on you, you can just one shot him. Mm-hmm. It's so funny, like that the game lets you do that. I just thought
If you know about it.
yeah, if you know about it, that's so weird because. I can't think of any other game where it lets you cheat like that. I wonder if they just didn't think of that. Like, oh, they're never going to like think to remove all his gear because he's like super strong. But yeah, I thought that was funny. You said you had another one, Maddie?
Well, it's kind of the opposite where it's like the game doesn't give you a warning that the character's leaving.
yeah, that's the Grandia.
Yeah. But mine is different.
Yeah.
Mine is spoilers for Ys 8. Okay. I finally found Hummel, and I was like, oh my god, this guy's amazing. I love this game. Guy makes the game fun. I enjoy it so much. Like, yeah, let's go. And then you hit the end of chapter 2, and like a plot point happens. You're like, oh crap, that sucks. And then suddenly you're just like, where's Hummel? And I'm like, they're not doing this. They're not doing this to me, right? And I'm like, oh, he'll come back. He's got to do his own thing. And then you have to play through all of chapter 3 without Hummel. And I was raging the whole time.
Yeah, she stopped playing for a while. She was pretty mad.
After that happened, I stopped playing for like a day, and then I was like, you know what? I'm playing this game until I get Hummel back, damn it. And the most annoying thing is you have to do an interception battle, right? And I'm like, I don't have my best guy. I'm really mad, so I played it. You defeat it, and at the end, it's like, you know, you floor it, you know, you wipe the floor with them, right? And then they're like, oh man, they're cutscene. Oh, they're too tough. Wow, we can't do this. And then out of the blue, Hummel's just up there, and you just boom, one shots, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna Hummel back, right? Nope, he does that and then disappears again for the rest of the chapter. I'm like, you can't take him away without a warning, and then have him show up again, get my hopes up, and then take him away again.
He comes back, don't worry.
I know, but that just pissed me off so much. No warning. I would put everything I had into him. The game was fun with him, and then suddenly just taken away for a whole chapter. Whole 6 hours.
Yeah.
Sucked.
So, I'm trying to think if there's any, like... I'm pretty sure I have ran into characters that you can't level up at all, and you're like, okay, they're just going to disappear. So, there's none popping in mind, but I know that happens. I've played games that do that.
Sure.
But next question from Smashimus. What makes a JRPG replayable to you? Probably been asked, but what's your most replayed JRPG? I personally played Persona 4 Golden about 3 times, eventually 4 for the plat. Damn book trophy.
Well, I guess what makes it replayable, either if it's just really good, 2 if it's short so that it's easy to replay and go through, or
3 it's nostalgic,
but then if there's like options, like with Persona, there's like different options, like, oh, okay, I'll go do the social links with this person, or if there's like points in the story, like Tactics is replayable because you can just create whatever character you want, You like the way you customize your party.
Well, I was gonna be like, or 4.
Smash Bros knows this really well because he was like level 50 at the like chapter 2.
I was gonna be like, 4 or 4. The gameplay is just really good.
Yeah, or
You just like fighting.
Or just Tales of Destiny. I mean,
is that so? Your most replayed. So his question is, what's your most replayed JRPG?
I think I've played Tales of Destiny 6 times.
Okay,
it's really easy. It's just
after you've played it a few times,
you can beat it really quick, but it's so memorable every time I play. I'm like, I go to a certain area and I'm like, I remember when I was like 8, and I remember exactly where I was when I got to this point. It's a good feeling, good nostalgic game.
Yeah,
and I could replay Tales of Destiny DC, which is the PS2 remake, all the time too. Because I know where I am at all times. I can just join into a random save, and it's like, I'm just going to fight things, because fighting things is fun in this game.
Yeah, the action combat. Mm-hmm. Mine's definitely Final Fantasy VII. I've just replayed that so many times. And like you said, I think the nostalgic part of it is super strong.
We forgot what makes a JRPG replayable to you? Have we been talking about that?
No, I said that. No. That was what I listed off immediately, yeah. Yeah, for me, it was definitely 7. I've lost count of how many times I've played this game or beat it. Probably at least 5 to 10 times.
Freaking scrub. You think Final Fantasy VII is the best? Obviously, it's Final Fantasy 6. You're just a 1997er.
Yeah, people have their opinions. But to me, it's just like such comfort food nostalgia. Like, I don't even know if it has held up or if it's still good or whatever. It just, the music, being in those cities, the moments, the characters, the battles, like the boss battles, just the weird mini games in the Gold Saucer, so good.
I could just say the last 3 Personas are replayable all the time. Like, sure. I could just like go into that. I'm like, I'm gonna try something different today. I'm gonna play as a different type of Persona user. I'm gonna use these type of Personas instead of magic. I'm gonna use physical. I'm gonna be a healer like I did in Persona 3.
Guns.
Oh yeah, you could focus on guns, which I didn't do.
So good. See, gun right there.
What would you say your most the one you've replayed the most? Although I kind of haven't really got it. Yeah, I was gonna say
I'm too young to have replayed anything.
Yeah, I don't think she's replayed one game yet.
I haven't. I want to replay Zestiria. Replaying Zestiria is kind of at the top of my list. I also want to replay Cold Steel 1 and 2. But I'm waiting to see if we can get a PS4 release date for the West.
Yeah, the Kai. I want to play those.
So I'm waiting for that. So Zestiria is kind of on the top of my list because it's been a while, and I was like, there was a time. It was a time in my life when I was playing that, and I constantly was like playing it in the living room. I didn't have like my setup in my room at all, and I was working at Jamba Juice, so I was like constantly getting interrupted at work. Like I'd be playing, and then suddenly it's like, crap, I gotta go in like 5 minutes, and then it's like, oh, I gotta pause in the middle of like this epic scene because I remember I paused during like a huge story moment. I was like, why? Yeah, so I just want to kind of play through that again.
Video games at work?
No. Wow, no, like. Before work.
Oh, I got you.
Like before work. Like I'd put on all my stuff and be like sitting on like the ottoman in front of the TV in the living room, just be like playing it. No one was home. And it's just like, okay. Yeah, but I want to replay that fresh again, knowing what I know now, kind of, and then just relive the glory that was Asteria. Because I love that battle system so much. And yes, I'm a huge fan of Armatization. Huge fan. So much fun.
I forgot to say, I probably replayed Grandia a lot as well.
You replayed it recently.
2 specifically,
4.
right?
No, 2 I've played like 3 times.
You played Grandia, the first one, more than 3 times?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
It's not a JRPG, but can I say wow?
No.
No, that's not replaying anything.
It is replaying. Because I like replaying. I like going in sometimes just for the quest.
Raids.
Like redoing the what?
Oh, no, I get you. New character.
Yeah, new character. And I like, that's not what I mean at all. I mean, I like going in as a new character and redoing like Wrath of the Lich King or redoing Burning Crusade and just going through the quest storyline. I know it's not a real answer, but that's probably the closest thing I have to replayed a game over and over again. That's not like Heroes of the Storm or something meant to be replayed.
Can I say Mario Kart 8?
Okay, so we're going to the next question from Dinios. What JRPGs do you want to get ported to the Switch the most? Ooh. None.
The Switch can't handle the JRPGs I want to get ported,
Yeah.
so if it can handle it, then probably a Tales game.
I've played. I'm playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Worst looking game ever.
I'm trying to think.
And I mean, I play.
I mean, are you still a fan of wanting Persona 5 on the Switch?
Yeah, that's the one I want to say the most. Probably Persona 5.
Okay, you see Xenoblade Chronicles. You think Persona 5 will look any good on that?
I don't know. Persona 5 is not an open world game. Like, there's a lot more going on, I feel like, in Xenoblade 2. Like, there's an open world, there's a lot of mechanics, so I feel like the memory is being used on that instead of how it looks. I mean, Persona 3 ran on a PS3. And
PSP?
No, PS3. Persona 5
got released. Persona 3.
Yeah.
You said Persona 3.
Did I? Sorry. I meant Persona 5 released on PS3, which is not as powerful as a Switch. So I feel like it can run, even on the lowest settings. But I'm thinking of like a JRPG I haven't finished that would be like good grinding. Like maybe Ys 8 would be fun to play on Switch because it's just like all about slashing, going on quests, you know, like quick. I'm trying to think of like quick play type of games. So those two probably, I guess. I also would have said Dragon Quest Builders, and then it is getting ported. Yeah. But now I'm like, I still don't know if I want to replay that game.
Wait until 2.
Wait till 2.
Yeah,
with multiplayer.
2 will be pretty fun.
They need to port nothing. They need to make Rune Factory 5.
They need to make Rune Factory 5.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I'd play that to death.
For Mr. Futagu, what's the worst game you actually still enjoy?
The worst game you actually still enjoy.
I'm going to say this. This is from everyone. People say Zestiria is the worst thing ever, but I enjoy it.
Okay.
And I don't think it's the worst thing ever.
Yeah, I guess that'd be Zestiria. I think it's the best Tales game.
You'd have to give my answer because I'm trying to think of other like trash JRPGs.
I know your answer.
Oh, it's the worst game. It doesn't have to be JRPGs.
Not JRPG.
Oh, worst game. Okay, I was gonna say White Knight.
Oh, I guess I
don't enjoy that game though.
I could actually say, okay. So not Tales of Zestiria, The Thing.
The Thing. Ooh, yeah.
Thing is so bad. I love it.
Okay.
There you go.
It's when I first played it, I was so immersed with it, and I didn't know it was bad. And I started playing it, like I realized when I got older later, it was actually like pretty terrible.
I just realized.
And I was like, I don't care. This game is so much fun to play because it's so bad.
So this is
game over, Whitley.
So the game I'm gonna say is Dragon Age Inquisition which is so weird because that game won so many Game of the Year awards when it came out, and then like immediately everybody turned on it. Now like everybody hates that game, and I don't understand why.
It's crap.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody hates it, but I love that game. It was like my favorite PS4 game for a while.
This is the game that made him go, I want to go to that campfire. Why is that campfire there?
Yeah, exactly. That is the game that did that because there's so many weird little nooks and crannies and weird spots in that game that, yeah, I love that.
There's that one level 3 goblin over there. Why is he there? I need to know.
I need to know these
He's fighting
things.
with a sword. Where did he get that sword?
Taylor, shut up.
So good. I love that game.
Yeah, I guess SD's my answer.
What?
Like I said, I guess SD's my answer because I don't
You
really
don't play.
game. Yeah. Persona 4 Dancing All Night.
No, that game's
people
good.
love
That's
that
a good
game.
game.
I hear some people hate it.
Because
Well, some people are wrong.
That's true. You are right, sir. Thank you.
Okay. From Mimic, which is Cole. What was the most impactful ending in a video game for you? For me, it was Persona 3, Final Fantasy X, and Nier Automata.
Impactful ending.
That hit you the most. What made you cry the most, Maddie?
Out of everything?
Mm-hmm.
You got to give me time.
All right, she gave her time. Taylor.
I think the one that immediately comes to mind is Persona 4 because that's the scene where you're getting on the train and leaving and like everybody's waving goodbye and like saying they miss you.
Spoilers.
Like, oh, I know. God.
Not talking about endings. Crap.
And it's just like I genuinely felt like I was saying goodbye to like real friends. Like kind of got teary-eyed. Like I love that ending. So good. And then eventually you come back and you see them all later and everybody's changed and that's really neat. So
okay, that was in Golden Ending and you have to unlock that ending.
And I did it.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
I unlocked it.
I got the true ending where you have to fight God.
Yeah,
I did that.
That was fun.
You have to fight God like 3 times, by the way.
Yeah.
Except, oh wait. It was a different god. It was the main god.
Yes.
The main God.
Yes.
Yeah, we had to fight like 3 different gods.
Oh man, there was another game that just came to mind. Oh, I would say Near Automata. That ending is so weird, and it does like crazy stuff. And because it's so new, I don't want to spoil it, but like, there's a bunch of BS you have to go through in that game, like replaying the same scenario twice. But like, man, Route E does some crazy stuff that's totally worth seeing the end of it.
It's not just 2017.
It could be any game.
That's what's making it hard.
It doesn't have to be the top. You can just say a bunch of them.
I will.
I'm gonna say, I love the ending of Zestiria. It was totally not a Tales ending. It
Do you
felt
like the slow walk?
the slow walk. Yeah,
The music.
when that that
Pick up
final battle was so intense.
It was so intense.
because the things I just don't want to. I don't want to ruin.
yeah,
it.
don't.
It just so much stuff happens, and then after you defeat the main boss, it goes into like a Final Fantasy VII style mode where you go into. It's kind of like going into your mind to fight Sephiroth.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was kind of like that, except you're fighting the main guy, and Saray is just like hobbling
Because he's really
towards the main bad guy,
both really injured.
and he's really injured, and there's a sword in the way, and he's just walking, and he just picks it up. And he's just walking to the main
Nice.
guy.
I'm sorry.
And
This is the only way to release you.
It's the only way to release you. And he just stabs him. And I'm like, wow. And you just don't see it because it's Saray. Saray's like, hey guys, let's go on an adventure. I love everything, man.
Dude, the last half of that game, not half, like the last quarter of that game gets so serious. Okay.
Yeah,
By the way,
no, but that's
the anime makes it a lot better. Anyway.
Yeah. That happens, and it's bam. And then what happens afterwards?
I cried so much.
Just like, oh. And then the credit scene.
Yeah.
See all the pictures.
Nick very much enjoys walking in as I'm about to get to a credit scene. Just sits down.
I remember that part.
No, he doesn't. He just sits down, smiles, watches it with me.
I like because I like seeing that.
I know. You like the ending songs. The songs that tear me apart, you like listening to for some reason.
Because it reminds me of playing the game.
I
That's
like-
why I like the credit songs.
No, that reminds me of the game ending, and it makes me so sad. Okay, you said Zestiria.
This is
That's
my
good.
everything.
Oh, God.
That's the final. That's the final move you do.
I like how I was fighting him. You're like, Maddie, use your 2 arcane bottles. Okay, now use your mystic.
Yeah.
You're just like, end it game. Okay. Let's see. So off of that,
That's one of them. I have other ones.
you have other ones? Okay, so I'll just say Berseria. Because
Oh,
that
yeah,
ending, that ending was like,
Oh boy.
oh God.
I still like
There's-
Zestaria's better, but
there's-
the whole
yeah.
the big surprise at the end where
Of
it's like-
Berseria,
which
or-
I called.
Yeah, we all called.
I
Like
called that.
I was like, this better not be what's happening. This is what's happening. Oh my God, I called it. It was
And then I'm like, what happened in between these 2 games?
Yeah. Oh my God. There's so much. And it's just like, it kind of fills out some of the lines. Like some characters go off and you're like, oh, that's what happened there. And then there's others where it's just like, okay, what happened to them to make them like this in this game?
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, there's so much.
so much.
There is something in between Zestiria and Berseria. A big cataclysm happens.
Yeah, the world breaks apart.
So in Tales of Berseria,
We're really calling that the next game is an in-between.
Yeah.
Or an after.
I have a feeling they're gonna. Why the reason they're taking so long to announce it is it gonna be a huge like different. It's gonna be different.
Yeah.
I hope
There's
so.
The thing
There's
that
gonna be social links. There's gonna be all this stuff.
it's gonna look like Persona.
I bet you.
Okay. The thing that makes me think it might be an after is because after the anime, it says the shepherd's story continues. And I'm like, oh, because the ending is different than the game. And I'm sure that's canon now.
Okay. I don't think it's different. Same thing happens.
The same thing
but
happens,
there's more
but
that
they're more.
happens
Yeah, you
afterwards.
see. Well, something else happened that makes it different as well. That actually is different from the game. But yeah, just Berseria, I beat it. I cried for 30 minutes. Nick came home.
She cried for 30 minutes. I come home. Her eyes are like
I'm like red, and I'm like listening to the Berseria music.
And
I
I go into my room,
Walk in.
and then she just comes back in and starts bawling again. Nick,
Why did this happen? I'm like trying to figure things out. And granted, in 20 minutes, I had to go to work at Red Robin as a server. So like I walk in.
Her eyes are all puffy.
Yeah, like I walk in and I walk to one of my coworkers who like plays JRPGs, like knows that I like them, but I'm just like, Nestor. She's like, what? He's like, what's up? And I'm like, I beat Berseria. And he looks at me like fully in the face. He's like, I'm so sorry. He just gives me a hug. He's like, okay, now I gotta walk to people and be like, Hi, welcome to Red Robin. Can I take your drink order? Would you like any onion rings? Start crying.
Actually, I really want some onion rings right now.
Oh.
I want a burger.
Okay.
Well, let's get through these. We can
Yeah.
have some burgers
Taylor.
and onion rings.
What's up?
Oh, I think he said his
I
already.
said-
We're the ones that have
Yeah, you guys-
multiples.
What'd
You
you
guys
say?
like? I said Persona 4.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
you
there.
did.
You guys like to ramble?
No, we like to
We,
ramble.
I like
we,
to explain.
we may tend to ramble.
We may
we,
tend to
we
ramble.
like to ramble about Zestiria and
Berseria,
Berseria,
the games that get
because
hated for some
people
reason.
don't like them, and it's like, no, this is
Give-
awesome.
give
thing
me
happened.
Saray. I need to hug him.
Going forward, you have a 2-minute timer on anything Berseria and Hysteria, and I'm going to cut you off.
Right.
All right. Do you have another one? Because I definitely have another one.
The thing is that I get why people don't like Zestiria, but it's like so. Get over it.
It's like minor. It's like when people.
I know it's bad, but just get over
No,
it.
no,
It's
it's
not
like
bad.
when
It's like-
people got mad at Ise the big hole, and they said that ruined the game. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Like, come on, guys.
That's to
It's-
me. That's totally different.
I don't think it is.
The Archazoic big hole, like that, doesn't like ruin my enjoyment of the game, but like actual gameplay stuff in Zestiria, that
You're like, this is not an open world game. I don't care about that campfire.
no, I'm not gonna have this discussion. We'll be here forever.
Yeah, we will.
Another day.
Yeah, that's another day. We'll continue that another day. Nick, next one, or I'm gonna continue.
Just continue. I forgot.
Okay.
No.
No, like a different ending.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have more. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm gonna do CS1 because I almost broke my Vita.
Okay.
No, because you dropped it.
Timer.
No. Like I
No,
almost.
that's it. That's it.
Oh.
Yeah.
The game ends.
The game's ends on a huge cliffhanger of my favorite
Oh, yeah.
Kiseki character, and I'm like, I literally say, hey, if this happens to Nick as he's watching, I'm like, if this happens, I'm breaking my Vita.
Wait,
over
which
my
game? Sorry.
Cold Steel 1.
Oh, Cold Steel 1.
Cold
yeah.
Steel 1.
Yeah.
Sen 1, and I'm like, this happens, I'm gonna break my Vita, and Nick just smiles, and then 10 seconds later it happens, and he's
now
like,
I'm like, yeah.
game over, and I'm like, yep.
Yeah, for me,
speechless.
sadly, that had zero impact because I kind of knew going in that it had a big cliffhanger. I'm like, oh, yep, this is just gonna happen. All right.
It's kind of like how first chapter of Sky did not resonate with me as strongly as Cold Steel
Oh my
did.
god.
Because you need.
Because I
Steel
knew
1.
I could call that cliffhanger
I'm gonna add
coming.
that. Sorry, Trails in the Sky 1 was big for sure.
Yeah, I bet that was like, it still affected me even though I saw it coming. FC was like intense cliffhanger.
Just imagine waiting 4 years like.
Yeah,
happened.
Jeez,
I know.
Brutal.
Yeah, that must have been terrible. But yeah, Cold Steel 1. Do you have any others? Those are like my big
Evil
ones.
Within 1, 2.
Evil Within 2. Interesting. Okay.
I could play that. I'm gonna play it when I get back. I'm gonna play that ending when we're done.
Persona 4, like he said, affected me like the first Persona game I finished, and I cried a lot.
Persona 4.
Persona 5
Persona 5 was good too.
was great. I just thought the ending was like so beautiful because like more could happen. Like it didn't end on I'm leaving. It was like all the friends together, and it was great
I think the ending kind of made me mad.
because there was open threads.
Not that, like not the ending when they're the typical going away. The ending,
Like
it's like you beat him, and then all your celebration has to end.
Oh, just that part.
I think that perfectly.
I think that added
encapsulates-
that made it.
It adds to it, but
Yeah.
but I'm like, oh,
to
that
me,
made me mad.
I
I'm
can't
like,
wait to
no,
see
I
that in
want
the anime.
more.
I cannot
want
wait
more.
to see that in the
I'm
anime.
with Nick. That perfectly encapsulates all the frustration I had with P5. Is like, let's have some fun. No fun for you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Especially for you. No
Yeah,
fun for you.
I loved it.
All right, let's move on. Next one. Whoops.
Nah, not.
What have you done?
Not YouTube. Okay, so from Keslo 25, Legally Gamer.
Mm-hmm.
Octopath Traveler, anticipated game or most anticipated game of 2018?
An anticipated game.
It's very anticipated. It's not my most anticipated.
Yeah.
There's only one that fits that mark,
Is it DBZ Fighters?
and it starts with M.
Mega Man 11, obviously. Wait, really?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like probably number 2 or maybe number 3, but yeah, for me, it's Ni no Kuni 2.
Oh, for me it's Persona Dancing.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna destroy those games.
I have Dragon Ball Fighters. I mean, I'm a huge Dragon Ball nerd. I
We
love
know.
everything Dragon Ball.
Wait, are you kidding? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
He has about
8,
like
9, 10.
he has like 7 different adaptations of the anime over there.
I do.
And he's got this giant naked Goku body pillow. Yeah, there's
There's
picture.
there's
There he is.
Goku right there. Yep.
Right above Balkan.
Yep.
Biken, not Balkan. Biken.
Yeah.
No, mine is MechWarrior 5.
Ah, MechWarrior 5.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's MechWarrior.
And then coming behind Ni no Kuni 2 is Monster Hunter World weekly hunts with Devil and Smash and Wandy and anybody else that wants to play. It's gonna be awesome.
I hope you have fun.
That's gonna be amazing.
Because I will
amazing.
Am I not
I
allowed
will
in?
not be playing that because I will be shooting Kamehamehas and
Doing some Kaioken times 10 in blue form. Yeah, that'll be amazing.
Exactly.
Cool.
Okay.
The
What?
next question is so weird.
Who's your best daddy, Cassius or Dojima?
I don't know who Cassius is a
I'm
gonna
Kiseki character, right?
Yeah,
That's-
it's
No.
Estelle's.
It's still his dad.
Oh.
I'm gonna say not in what he wants. I'm gonna say I like Cassius more.
I don't remember much of him, so I'm just gonna say Dojima because eventually he starts out as such like a hard ass at the beginning of the game, but then he really comes around. So I would say Dojima for me. Wait. I know
Dojima is not Sword.
No, yeah, sorry. Even better. I still like Dojima.
When Dojima he's distant.
He is
he's
distant. Yeah.
But he does still come around, and he like
Comes
he,
around decently quickly too. It's just he's hiding that one thing, and then you do the storyline, and
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So good.
I always
In
get
anime.
those two mixed up.
And I
Cassius hardest boss in the game.
Cassius.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna not that one from Smashimus. Persona 3, 5, Dancing Moon, Starlight, Vita or PS4.
PS4.
Oh, I'm getting it Vita. Just to have it handheld is just gonna be the way to go for me.
I need to
I
be
am
able to
not
stream
gonna
it.
Stream it, yeah.
I need to be able to stream
I
it.
am not getting it.
You're not gonna get it, really? Wow. Okay, I gotta get it on a handheld. I'm like, I can't believe that game's coming out on Vita. By the
If
way.
I want, if there's a awesome Kawakami costume,
maybe. I don't think she'll be in it.
Probably
but
not.
she'll be a backup dancer somehow.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe a maid cafe is a stage.
She doesn't work there.
Oh, sorry, my bad. But yeah, I'm gonna destroy that game.
Not sure if both consoles would be the best. Use one version over the stuff for the other. You know, it'd be awesome if it was like a cross buy. Like
No.
you buy the PS5 version, PS4 version, and you get the Vita version for free.
Instead, you get P4 dancing for PS4.
That's cool though.
if you buy that triple
If you
pack
buy the,
thing,
which
yeah.
I'm hella gonna do.
So here's the only thing I would buy PS4 over is if they have the Atlas tax on the Vita version, because the Vita version for Dancing All Night was $50, and that's, to me, that's too much for a Vita game. And so like if this one's gonna be $50 again, I probably will just get the PS4 version, just because it's bigger, it'll look nicer on the screen. Although the portability, I love just the portability of it to just sit.
Can you just connect your Vita to the PS4 and play
You
it?
can, but
Okay,
it's got a delay.
okay.
That's a delay you
Oh,
would
So that's a
that
delay.
actually has a delay. Okay.
Yeah, that's a delay you would not.
Well,
like.
I'm probably yeah.
I mean, if you're like right next to it and we have good Wi-Fi, then maybe.
Mhm.
Let's do two more from Walter McCowan.
Wait, what?
Right there.
Oh,
If Japan is getting Cold Steel 4, are we gonna get Cold Steel 3 this year?
it's got to be, man. They're so behind. Like,
That'd be great, but I will say this. I'd rather have they delay Cold Steel 3 a little bit so you can get Cold Steel 4 for the West faster. Like, there's a less delay between Cold Steel 3 and Cold Steel 4.
Well, it's probably gonna be the same thing.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened with Cold Steel 2. Is the Cold Steel 1 came out and then a year
Okay.
a year came
Yeah,
out. And
so
then
like
Cold Steel
if
2
that
came out.
is it, it's fine. But if it's like we get Cold Steel 3 this year, because I've already heard and I know bad things, it ends on a huge cliffhanger, right? I don't want to wait 2-3 years for Cold Steel
welcome
4.
to our life where you have to wait 4 years. Just think of that. You what if you had to wait 4 years, and then it makes it easier?
Yeah, just think about how bad he had it, and then it's like, okay, makes it a little easier.
But I get what you're saying. Here's the thing for me. If they release Cold Steel 3 this year, they need to put 1 and 2 Kai out before.
That's true.
I'm hoping they'll do that, because that way maybe they'll create like some carryover save thing.
Like if they do Kai, right, kind of like in the middle towards the end of this year, and then Cold Steel 3 comes out the beginning of next year, then I'd be cool with that. That'd be good, like tied over kind of thing.
Probably gonna happen because I think Cold Steel 1 came out in March, and same with Cold Steel 2, if I recall. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I mean, I talked about Cold Steel 1 on Last Honest Gamers.
Wow.
podcast.
Wow.
Giant Sword podcast wasn't even a thing. I'm maybe if they, if it does it next year, we could get Crossbell in this year. Maybe.
I don't think they're gonna work on Crossbow,
Maybe.
man.
They have to.
Eventually, but
They
I
have
think
to.
definitely think that Cold Steel 3 and 4 are coming first.
last one. It's from Smashmas. It's a new year. Got any plans and wishes for new stuff for the podcast and Discord community? Yes. Okay. So,
do you want to answer that one?
That one's a long one.
I can't think of any.
Exactly. So I can't think of one right now.
All right, Brandon, we didn't forget your question. We're going to save it for next time.
Yeah, because I got to think about that one.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all our questions, man. It's been 2 hours. It's been good. I've heard multiple stomachs growling.
Yeah, we're going to get some comida.
Thank you for staying with us. I'm sad that Twitch did not work. Stupid Twitch is being weird.
Yeah.
Critical.
Yeah. Oh, it's on Facebook now. That's pretty cool. We're streaming from Facebook.
We're trying to get as many people as we can to these streams. Sorry if anybody asked things on the Facebook chat. We kept checking it, but I don't think anybody posted any questions or anything like that.
I don't think anything.
We probably would have seen notifications pop up.
Yeah, so that was cool. Thank you for joining us for this first episode of this year. We should be still upgrading. You know, we got a new setup now. Maddie's not in that chair that's right there.
Not in the chair of loneliness.
Things are still going to be upgrading. Maybe some new content with videos. I was going to do one this podcast, but something big happened in my life that kind of made me not want to do anything. So they know. People in Discord will probably find that soon. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed us and you haven't subscribed, subscribe to us on YouTube. Our channel is actually linked. If you're watching on Facebook, all the Discord stuff all the links are in our description. If you want to join our Discord community, it is big. People talk about everything. Lots of Xenoblade talk.
We recently added an anime channel.
Oh my god,
it's just been blowing up, and that's been really fun to talk about the new anime and stuff from last year.
And hopefully you guys want to join that. It's really fun. A lot of people join. A lot of people talking.
I do want to say, like, genuinely, one of my favorite things about doing the podcast and having this community this last year was the Discord. Like, really getting to know people, like us being, talking with like Wandy and Kimpy when they were having their kid and stuff, and they were like sharing that as it was happening.
We were like in the room with them as she was having her kid.
I mean, not literally, but I mean, like, no, they were like sharing that stuff as it was happening, and it felt cool. Like, we're just some people on the internet, and we're like friends. Like, we're genuinely sharing important life stuff with each other, and like
getting ready to hunt with each other soon.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just think that's cool because
compared to what we were, it's like before, the only community interaction we had was certain YouTube comments.
Yeah,
and it showed up that actually we had a lot more people who actually listened to us.
Yeah, and like, dang it, I lost my train of thought now. Thanks a lot.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
But yeah, it was cool getting to know the community.
This is what it was. Sorry. Before I forget, no, it reminded me of like the old WoW days when I would get on Vent and we would just sit on Vent for like hours playing WoW. Like, it reminds me of that. Like, I'll just be sitting playing games and I'll just pop on Discord, see what people are talking about. Or even when we're playing, like what Maddie said, like if we can all get on. Playing Mario Kart this year has been tons of fun with everybody that's had it, and I'm sure that's just going to get bigger because more people are buying.
They go stole my mushrooms.
And it goes, stole my mushrooms!
But yeah, with Monster Hunter, I think we're going to dig into that a lot. Maybe people will be playing DBZ Fighters with Nick. So
I mean, I have a lot more time, so a lot more stuff's. I took the time to update our Facebook, which I haven't used in like a month or a couple months.
Yeah.
So now we're streaming on that, and that's really cool. And
and like just tell your friends. Maybe try to retweet our stuff a little bit more often. We'll try to be more active.
Post on Reddit.
Yeah, do we have a subreddit?
No.
Oh, we should make a subreddit.
No.
That's apparently a really great way to
we were going to, but people didn't want to separate the. People didn't want to separate the community because everyone was on Discord.
Okay. So yeah, join Discord. Tell other friends. Like, if you know friends that like JRPGs or are not listening to the podcast, let's just grow this thing, man. It's just been fun to get to know people.
Yeah. So thank you for listening. We'll be back next week. Same time, Sunday, 1 p.m. on Twitch, unless it's still broken. But go on and join our Discord. A lot more stuff's going to be announced soon. So see ya, and thanks for listening.
Bye.